All right, good morning. Hope you're all well. All right, the title, let me explain the title. When Hank goes come to G Block, it's not digging at G Block. It's just want to review pure hate from this woman. Like I said before. So let's start with it now.
Should start to ultimately do what they need to do to defend themselves.
No, but you
This
just
is what I'm
said
saying to you.
Not this part. Not this part. Give me a sec.
You have the same right then? Would you align yourself with that same right then from here in the UK? So if they have the right to defend it to their death, you're saying that you agree with that, right?
Who defend what to the death? What, the Palestinians?
So if the Palestinians can defend their land because they're saying that it's their land, they don't have the Jews don't
But
have
the
no
Jews
right
are
to
saying
be.
it's not their land. Oh no. I've not agreed with
Okay.
this premise that it's their
Okay,
land.
possession
What do
is
you
9
mean?
points of the law. Have any of you heard that? Possession is
Yeah.
9 points of the law.
Yeah,
It's a
we've
legal
heard
thing.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're there, you're just better able to defend your right to be
Pretty
there.
much.
Yeah, but it doesn't entitle terrorists like Hezbollah and all the other organised terrorists that have turned up in London every weekend to attack anybody who goes against them. They haven't got the right to. Yes, you've got the right to protest, you've got the right to it, but to bring hate on other people and make people feel unsafe on the streets of London, and you've got a mayor who does fuck all about it, then their protest should be stopped.
Here for 20 years or whatever. And even if this land was not my land to begin with, it has become my land after, nobody disputed my title or something. So the squatter can become the freeholder in law. But I wanted to talk about the racism thing because I might have been. Has the debate moved on? Because I think that there is.
no, we ain't
Sorry?
moved
Go
on.
ahead.
Keep going.
Go
You go
ahead.
wherever you want to go.
Okay, I just wanted to say quickly that there should be a narrow and interpretation of racism. So right now we have the wide interpretation of racism, which means that if you're one race and you said something that offended a member of another race, you're racist, even though what you said about the other person of the other race was nothing to do with their race, such as Diane Abbott, because the what Frank Hester basically was saying, he didn't find her annoying because she was black.
We all know this.
He was saying
at the moment there's no outcry from Diane Abbott being a racist, as saying what she said in the past, but it's always an outcry for something else. I thought, with humanity and fairness in this country.
What was he saying? He was saying that if you thought all black women were like Diane Abbott, you'd hate all black women. But he was also saying, well, they're not all like Diane Abbott, but she is hateful to me. And then he said, in his opinion, she should be shot. But this is a kind of English turn of phrase when the older lot would say, well, so and so should be shot.
See, I quite like Claire. She's the older figurehead, and as she go along on the stream, she's quite fair. And there's a few people I was gonna have to pick up on certain things on here a little bit later. Just carry on.
Or doing, whatever.
He made his point in a very crass way, don't he? But we know in the society and the standards of today, that's just not going to be acceptable, right? so they can argue.
Yeah. I mean, people misspeak, or they think that, you know, talking in a private WhatsApp conversation, and suddenly it's all public.
Totally agree. Very racist what he said. So why say it if you didn't have it in your head? It's racism. That was racism towards her. But at the same time, Diane Abbott's been very racist in the past.
Emphasized and whatever, but I mean, technically, I would say I prefer the narrow interpretation of racism, which is, you know, somebody saying, you know, because I'm this race, I am better than you, and that would be the kind of, you know, racial supremacist kind of way, but actually, nobody really believes in it. I don't think even white people really believe in it. They sort of know that, you know, they can kick other races around because they have military supremacy, and this does not.
Just another fucking politician thinking he can get away with his shit. And quite rightly so, he should be sacked. But then again, Diane Abbott should be sacked as well. To her putting her money into this pro-Palestine, the anti-Semitic hate group in London every weekend. Money put in by Khan, by her, by Corbyn, and the rest of them. They're just using Palestine just to hate on Jews. And that's how I see it. And no one's not going to change my mind. No one doesn't want people killed or babies killed on both sides. It's got to stop the war. But if you keep poking a lion will roar back. And what it is, and you see it in London now, you've got the Islamists taking over every weekend in London, and the race alt-right groups as well.
Not last forever. So even, you know, white people in their heart of hearts know that you know, they can only kick people around if they have their empire and it doesn't decline, and, you know, something bad doesn't happen to them. So, but I'm interested in people asking, like, if you say so and so is better than me because of their race, is that also a kind of racism? And would you agree with that? I mean, you know, black people, I know, complain, like, you know, I really hate it when people say, you know, black people are good at sport and dancing, and, you know, because in a way that's a kind of race.
Well, do you know one of the richest people in England is a black man. A black Somali man is one of the richest people in England, sorry. So black people have got good business sense. A Somali, but he's a multi-billionaire from his own right, through hard work, sheer hard work, and doing his business, what he's doing. I'll get the name up later.
I agree with that still. I definitely agree with that. And I think that what it does, it kind of highlights black people in a particular way, like it's putting us in particular fields. These are the things that black people are good at. That's where it kind of...
Yeah, but Schiffer, ain't the left doing that? And the Antifas of the world doing that, is the Corbyns and all that doing that. They're the ones who are degrading you more than anything. Because they want to go on their agenda, like they jumped on the Black Lives Matter thing, where the black community were very capable of doing peaceful demonstrations, and it was mostly upper class white kids who think they've got a privilege to be friends, to stick up, think black people haven't got a voice, and think they can downgrade them by saying they've been treated like this. Don't let a black person speak, and then at the same breath, they think they've got the title to call another black person the C word. I don't think you really... I mean, I like you, Schiffer, man, and I get what you're saying. But that's how I see it, and that's what happened with the Black Lives Matter movement. I saw it with my own eyes. It was Black Band Man. He was filming the Tommy Robinson, not the football lads. They applauded him. He went over to Antifa, and they treated him like shit. And what did they call him? Someone called him the C word. And this is what these lot think they've got an entitlement to. So there's undercover racism from the left, the Corbynites. Any person supports Labour, supports Jeremy Corbyn or anyone like that, you're nuts, because pull the covers up, we will see the biggest racist lot of them all. More, you would say, more, because they haven't interact with black people. They think they're doing a good deed by sticking up black people. Well, they're not, are they? They're stopping them having a voice. That is my opinion. That's my opinion.
He says to the listener, and I think that's very misinforming first and foremost, because just because a lot of black people are good at sports doesn't mean that that's the things that we as black people are best at, and I think it gives a misconception of us. So
totally agree, Shipper. Totally agree. You're more on that. But there's a lot of black people I know are very educated, especially when I went at school. Got all their qualifications. I know some went to universities and got there to be doctors or whatever they wanted to be. Yeah. So totally agree, Shipper.
definitely.
So it's now a negative.
Can I
It's
go-
now
can
a
I go back a
negative to
bit
say
with
black
Claire?
people are good at certain things. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
One
if you're
second, one
only going to
second,
narrow
guys.
it down
Can I
to
go
certain
back a bit
things,
of
yes.
a point Claire made? So Claire, you made a point, yeah. You was talking about what's that? The guy that was talking about Diana Abbey.
Basically, I think Dave, not knocking you or nothing, but I think what Shipper's trying to say, when people only class black people are only good at music and sport or boxing or whatever, that is a bit nasty, because black people have got other qualities. Like I said, one of the richest people in this country is black Somalian man. He's had billions out of his own business and started from scratch.
Yeah, you're saying
Yes,
that,
Frank Hester. Mhm.
Yeah, I forgot his name. Yeah, him. Yeah, it's that Frank guy. You're saying that he was saying if all black women, if you was to think all black, why would that even be a thought in his head to say that? Number one, why would he need to? If he's got a dislike for Diana Abbott, then he should stick right there. Yeah, why would he?
Totally agree, Lady Divine. Totally agree. He should have said that. What he should have said is, if all women are like Diane Abbott, then blah blah blah. But he shouldn't have said if all black women. Then again, it depends how you interpret it, isn't it? But that responsibility is a politician in this country. Watch his words.
He then need to say, well, if you thought all black women would like that, you would hate all black women. Why would that even be a thought in his head?
Because he noticed that she was black, which I guess in a way he's entitled to notice, because are you racist for noticing somebody is a different race to you? And also when people want to offend each other, it's like, oh, you're always late and you always leave the toilet seat up and you're fat and you're smelly, and your mother's blah blah blah. People just, when they're angry.
Excuse me. I quite like Claire. It's very nice. She's very nice. Like the way she speaks. Do I agree with everything what she says? No, but she seems like a pleasant lady and quite level-headed. Good speaker, regardless if you like her views or not.
That'll
They
be like
just
me saying,
throw
okay,
everything at you.
let me say this example. Yeah. So that'll be like me having a
Let's just move on to the matter now.
Personally, are falling on the side of defending this wave of illegal immigration, which
No,
is
but you can't defend
we're
against someone unless they're attacking you. That's not fair. Don't let them get away with that. If someone's
can I
attacking you, if someone's
I interject?
threatening you, you can
The
defend
government
I
is
yourself.
want to
If
allowing
defend
some-
them
it.
because I'm an
Right.
immigrant myself. But go on.
Right, here comes this is when hate came to G blocks. Right now, because this one is the most unsincere person I've come across on YouTube. 1 minute she's got hate things, she'll say other things, and then it'll go on to the next, she'll back that up. But her agenda is on one set of people. And judging by her photo, you know, with the size of what she's got on her face, yeah, you could pass her off as one of them, you know. My granddad was Jewish, and my grandmother was Jewish, and it seems like her nose seems bigger what my grandparents' noses were. I'm not saying all Jewish people got big noses, not at all. But I'm just saying, you know, considering she hates her so much, I thought I'd just get a little dig in.
No, Lady D. He said that they have to start defending against these people coming in. I'm saying, no, you don't, because they're not attacking you. That's the end of the discussion.
So people who have entered
Yeah,
this
but
country
if you
illegally,
don't-
Schiffer, haven't gone on to commit horrific crimes, no?
Bro, what I'm
If you
saying
run a
is, it
country,
doesn't matter if
Schiffer, if you
someone
run
went
a
on to
country,
commit a crime or not.
Schiffer,
People have come here legally. Listen, people have come here legally.
you're going to make a point,
They're
mate.
gonna-
Yes, Schiffer, when people have come legally and been vetted, there's no problem. But when you've got mountains and mountains of people coming over, not being vetted, which is being signed off by Labour MPs, by the way, then it's dangerous. It's common sense. It's better. I don't want immigration to stop, but as long as they get vetted, that is it. And a disclaimer, when I was compromised about her nose, it's digging at her because of this woman, Nixie, because her hate towards Jews, I thought I will put on her by the size of her hooter, which I'm not generous, it's the truth. Her hooter, my grandparents are, one side of my family, grandparents are Jewish, and her hooter is bigger than my grandparents. It's a fact. And she's got so much hate towards a lot of people.
on to commit a crime.
Correct,
No, bro, I'm answering you. I've said people have come here legally and have committed crimes. British
I'm
people have
talking
gone to
about
other
illegally.
countries legally. Listen, British people have gone to other countries legally and committed crimes. So it
It's
don't matter
not
if you're
the
here
same.
legally
It's
or
not the same.
illegally.
It's about
Crime
checks
happens.
and balances.
When someone's
No,
arriving, when
it's
someone's
not.
arriving
No,
at a
it's not.
country,
We should know
when
the
someone's arriving
background
at a
of the
country,
people that
whether it be legal or
Schiffer,
illegal. One second, I'll
you're
finish on this
making an
statement, then you take the
incoherent
floor.
point.
Let me just finish. Let me finish my point, then you make your point, because I think your one's incoherent. So what I'm saying is, whether a person arrives here legally or illegally, anyone could potentially commit a crime. And whether they arrive here legally or illegally, they are not threatening anyone. They're not literally arriving here with a gun in their hand threatening no one.
Let me reply then. Okay, let me reply. So if someone enters your country illegally, you don't know their background, right? You don't know anything about them, and they've come from another country where they are a convicted rapist or a convicted child abuser, but because you don't know anything about their history or anything about that person, they then can go on to commit, as they have done, the same crimes in this country because ultimately there was no checks and balances. The point you just made there was insanity. There was a guy who was kicked out of Denmark for selling drugs. He killed two people in Serbia, came to England, and he murdered someone in Dorset. When you don't know any of the people that are coming in, no, there should be checks and balances, Schiffer. If you used to run a country, you would not run it this way.
I've got you. I understand your point. Now, let me address your point. Firstly, what I want to say to you is this. Your own government, this is what they do. When you got certain Peter Pan registered offenders, yeah, what they do is they take them out of the area where they've done all the offending, where people know who they are, where we know what they look like and we can catch them out. They take them out of those areas. They move them to an area where no one knows their name. And they
So
put
why
them
do we
right.
want more sex
They put
offenders
them
coming
right.
here then?
Listen,
We've got our
listen,
own
listen,
sex
listen. Let me
offenders,
finish,
Triller.
bro. I didn't
Why do we
interrupt
want
you.
more coming
Bro, I
here?
didn't interrupt you, bro. So please, if you could refrain
Your
from
point is
using this
so
type of
basic, man.
argument where you have to talk over me, because is it because I'm black? I don't know. But let
No,
me
it's
just finish
because
as
your
well.
point is
Right, let me
relevant.
finish too, though, bro. If you think I thought your point was irrelevant, but I allowed you to finish, and I gave you enough respect as a man. If you can't respect a black man, that's not my problem anymore. But I'm gonna show the
You
world
sound
that this
soft.
is the case.
You sound
Now
very
let me
soft.
finish my point. Let me finish my point. What I'm saying to you is this,
Oh,
bro.
go
What I'm
ahead.
saying to you is this, bro. What I'm saying to you is this.
That shit
At the end of the
don't work.
day, bro, regardless of whether people come here legally or illegally, if they are seeking asylum, yeah, and they're in some type of a situation, they are not necessarily a threat. Now, as far as things like crime, you say, well, this person could be a criminal, they could be convicted criminals. We got enough of those already. I get you, mate. But guess what? We also got, we got police, we've got systems to deal with people committing crimes, to deal with people and to prevent
And this
certain
is
measures.
insanity.
So what you're saying, bro,
Yeah.
it's just argumentative for no good reason. For watch this reason, bro.
No.
If
What
you're
you're
talking
saying is
about,
reckless
one
and
second, let me
dangerous.
finish. What you're
Skewed my manners. I want to say good morning to our Jewish viewers, shalom. Morning to our black viewers, wagwan, and to our Muslim viewers, salam alaikum. 'Cause love is more better and hate.
Government
what you're saying is
allows
this,
it.
bro. You're talking
What you're
about,
saying is reckless
bro, listen.
and dangerous.
You're talking about people run into a place or go into a place to try and seek a better standard of life in comparison to your invaders going into people's country,
This is
murdering,
naive.
brutalizing
This is
people,
naive.
and then
This is
conquering,
naive
capturing
and
land,
has
and then
into
acting
racism.
like it's theirs. Bro, the thing is,
we
That's not true. That's not true, Shipper, because if they don't defend themselves against Hamas, not Muslim people, Hamas, you're not getting it, are you? You're just not getting it. You pro-Palestine people are fighting against Hamas. Now, please, anyone who's on this panel here has ever been to Israel, please tell me. Because I'll tell you what, this Israeli and Muslim people are shopping in supermarkets together. But if that happened in one of the Arab countries, that wouldn't happen. As you should know, Shipper, how they treat black people in Arab countries, still in shackles, being sold on Instagram. Now, that is the difference between the Jewish state and you would with Hamas and the terrorist groups in the Arab countries, even in African countries are doing it. If you're non-Muslim, they get killed. It happened in Mozambique the other month. Mate, I think you're wrong there. Very wrong. And this is what they do. The persona in this country hate on one country. They've done it with Russia. Then they're doing it with Israel now. Get brought up to hate Russia, the Russians. But we don't know what's really going on between Russia and Ukraine. And like a lot of people don't know what's going on with Israel and Palestine. And there's only selected films and pictures of being put out like our British media. And if anybody says the Jews run the media, well, that's crap, because most of the papers in this country are pro-Palestine.
get your
You'd rather
point.
glorify
You're
the
just
actors.
waffling, man.
You'd rather glorify the actors We don't live in Hollywood. You know, Hollywood is a type of weapon, that druids use. You know, that's what druids. You see your people there.
Yeah,
That's the type of weapon
Guys,
that
can we
they
I
let
use.
think you're
Nixie
taking
speak?
it against him
No
because
Nixie was
reality.
trying
he's
to,
white.
guys, Nixie was trying to speak before. You do know that, right? Let her go through. Come through, Nix.
He didn't hear the Jew there, though. He didn't hear that one.
That was just
Thank
what
Right. Here comes the hate. Now, this is what I told Morning Lodge. And this is what I'm coming to now. The hate. When I say hate came to G Block. Now, she's not saying about the Zionists. She's on about all, she thinks all Jews are Zionists, which is rubbish. And point out which kind of Zionism you're on about. Because there's two types of Zionism. See, this woman is, before she starts, I'll play her. She's so thick. She's never been to Israel. A lot of them haven't been to Israel. And it's all the propaganda. Now, there shouldn't have been no argument between me and her. I only asked her one question. Are you alt-right or far left? Now, I thought she would be far left, to be fair. But then again, they're no different. And I'll carry on because I rest my case. And result of me challenging her, troll accounts have been going on. Even a troll station she started up. She's gone to all the trolls, all the ones she knew who hate me. You know, like the Kermits of the world, he's very, very racist. And I think it's unjustified I'd get attacked like this. When I'm not racist. I said one word out of anger. But then again, a lot of people would be angry with that certain individual. So we'll carry on. I let it play on. I shut my mouth at the moment.
you, Lady D. Thank you.
Hey,
Right. Can you hear me properly?
yeah, you're good.
Yes.
You're good.
Hi, everyone. Right.
Hi.
This is directed to Dave because Dave has
Oh, what a surprise, because you know what? This is when I sussed her out really quickly. She mentioned my Jewish parents, her grandparents, and then she called me a Tommy Tart. Whenever I said, I've been supporting Tommy lately, I play his stuff like I play anyone else. I'm going to play Farrakhan in a week. But if you want me to be a Tommy fan now, and you guys, if you want me to be one now, I will be one.
has got a real issue with this forced migration. How do you feel about the people that you are supporting and advocating, Israel, being behind the forced immigration? You're saying,
Well, that's rubbish. Tell me this, madam. Tell me what Arab country's taking them in. Look at it that way. Are they advocating them to come to Europe?
that, you know,
show me
your problem-
evidence of that.
All right, I'll drop it in the link here now. You say, I mean, you really, to be honest, Dave, you've been covering this for a long time, but you seem to be very biased on where you get your news sources from. I mean, you're using Douglas Murray, who is a known Zionist. He's paid. I've actually got.
You're a massive.
Oh, here we go. The Jews rule everything. The dog sat on the floor. We're playing the Zionists. Loonball. What a loonball.
Anti-Semite.
Oh, okay. Labels. I don't care if you're labeled.
Evidence for that.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
you are. You're
They've
See,
no,
the
even
she
let
problem
people
is,
on your
Dave,
channel,
the
Dave.
problem
Don't even
is,
let them
no,
on.
she
Dave,
is.
the
She
problem
thinks
is,
that
Dave,
Jewish people.
Oh, but it's right for you to label me. Is it? See, love, we don't want people like you in the country because you're a traitor to England. Because didn't you confess you're a big Mark Collett fan? Which you got mixed race heritage. Who is the thick one here? I think you are, because he doesn't want anybody of colour in this country. And he loves Hitler. And I think you are ill and you need to get help.
People run the
Well,
world
then I will
and all
call
the rest
you
of this shit.
an
Babe, you gotta feel
Islamophobe
blocked
if
off your
there's
channel,
such a
mate.
word.
The only
Yeah.
time
Don't
Jewish
stoop to his
people
level.
run the
Sid.
world,
Don't
Nixie.
stoop to his level. Let him be on his level. Let's stay on our level. Let's
Yeah.
keep it clean,
Do-
ladies and gents.
Do Jewish people
Can
run
I
the world,
just-
Nixie?
I'm not going there.
Do,
I'm not talking
it's a
about
very
that.
simple
I'm
question.
asking
Do
you a
Jewish
question.
people run the world?
Well, essentially, Zionists do.
Oh, okay.
There's a
So
difference
they
between
run the
Jewish
world.
people, the true Semitic people, and the white Zionists. Because Semitic, you would have to be brown.
Was it Adolf Hitler
Israel
fighting the
was a
good
very
fight? Yeah.
different. I don't know.
Well done, mate. Now, I don't care what anybody says, right? And I'm going to speak up of a day for this because all I've known him for years, he's always stood on the same things, what he believes in. And that you can hate him for it or you can like him for it. But this person will say what he thinks. And he always has stand against anti-Semites. He always has. Same as Wendy has, believe it or not. But like I said, it's got to be love and hate for everybody. It's got to be love for everyone. See, there's good and bad in everyone. Now, let me let you say now, I got radicalized a little bit like her. And once I had my breakdown and got over that, and I thought, hey, what the fuck? I wasn't brought up to be like this. Treat people how you treat other people. Good and bad in everyone. And was quite embarrassed, to be fair. But what I will stand against, because I've done a little experiment, didn't I, Ghost, in your channel with the Israel flag, and what a meltdown Nixie and Halima had. The hate you lot had towards that flag. You know?
This is
You
a
don't
serious
know.
conversation.
How do you not know?
We're talking about Adolf Hitler
The thing
for.
is,
How
yeah,
do you not
exactly.
know?
The thing,
Because we're
I don't know,
establishing a
because-
position.
Can I just
But let
answer?
her
Can
speak, Dave. Let her
let me
speak. Go
speak
on.
and stop trying to pigeonhole me as Adolf Hitler, white supremacist. Because one, I'm not white. I'm half
No,
black.
that's not the point I'm making.
No, but you're
That's
trying
not
to
the
go
point.
We
there,
don't
Dave.
know what point you're making.
Don't try
I'm
and get
asking you
smart
a
on me.
very.
He
Can't
doesn't.
shut up,
I'm
you little
asking
bitch.
you.
No, you don't
He
even let
doesn't
me in
wanna
the
hear it.
panel, you
Well,
wank
come on,
fuck.
mate. Red card. There's enough of that language.
He's so
He's a
childish
pussy,
and he's
old
so
man.
thick. He's so thick. But anyway,
Hello, James. I'm doing this quite a quick one because I've got a pod pound. But if you want to come back and if you want to come on the panel and do a one-to-one, because I've got dyspraxia, I don't understand everything from the chat right away and maybe get it wrong. You can have your opportunity and come on and do that. I'll most probably be back about 2:00. Please confirm it. But can you take off the mouse symbol though, please? Because I don't really like the mouse symbol, please. I don't like what they stand for. Okay, thank you.
Of
Dave,
course I
if
am. You
you've
just
been doing
literally
all
said
this
Jews run the
research,
Dave,
world.
let her
let me
speak. Hold
talk.
on. Hold on.
Let
her
me
speak.
talk.
What do you mean let
Right?
her
If you want to
speak, man? You
debate,
lot gone
if you
soft.
want to debate, then learn to shut up when someone's asking a question.
Learn to
right?
debate. What you on about?
You're
can't.
the
Never heard
pussy,
you have a
mate.
debate in
Dave,
your
Dave,
life.
you're derailing the conversation, mate. Can we calm it down, ladies and gents? Don't let him derail us.
Yeah, well
Yellow
then let
card,
me and
Dave.
her talk. Let me
Okay,
Try
and her
not to get
talk
another
then.
one, please, mate.
Yeah, let me and her
Answer
talk
my
then.
question. Now you've been
What's your question?
you've been covering this Israel for many years, and you still don't know that Israel
What do I
and
not know?
Hayas. Have you heard of Israel? Have you heard of Hayas? Do you know what they are?
Right. Okay.
Do you know what they are? Yes or no?
So what do I not know though?
I'm asking you. Do you know who Israel is?
No.
Okay. You need to start finding better news sources for one.
Right.
Israel
Because
is an NGO, let me finish, who assist all the refugees over the border and give them all the information to come over
Yeah.
here. Okay.
Yeah.
It's all being directed by the people that you love in Israel. And if you
Right.
want me to
Let me
drop links,
reply
I'll
then.
drop you links. So you know
So let
what
me-
I'm
let me
saying, Dave?
reply
You're a
then.
useful idiot.
You've got to
Because
make a
you've got
point. You've
problem.
made a
Let me
point.
finish. I haven't. No,
You're
I'm
not.
finished.
You've made
I
your
have
point.
not.
Let me
No,
respond to it.
no.
You're just
Because
going on.
I'm
Lady
just.
D,
So
you
let
got
me
to
let me
moderate this.
respond to
I
the
am
initial
just.
Dave's
point.
taking the
All
piss
right, all
now.
right. Let her
Let
finish,
me
and then
respond.
Dave,
Let
let her
Thank
finish,
finish.
and then
you.
you
She
can
has
Thank you,
respond.
finished.
Lady
Let her
D.
finish,
I can
Dave.
respond
Yeah.
to every single point.
But you can't because it's a fact, like what's going on. What I'm
So you've
saying is
made
you're a
your point.
useful idiot. You're a useful idiot because you're advocating for Israel, the people that are actually
You've
forcing
made
this
your
migration
point. Now
and
you're just
keeping
giving me
their
ad
borders
hominem.
shut, and yet putting all the hate onto the Muslims that are over here
Yeah,
because
yeah,
you're
yeah.
following
You've
what's
made
on
your
this.
point, right? No,
Right,
let
go on
me
then.
let me respond. Let me respond to the initial point, right? Because you don't actually know how to debate. You basically
Oh
what you're
my
coming here
God, I
with.
don't know. No, I can't
What
debate
you're
with
coming
somebody that
here
keeps
with.
talking over me. That's not
What you
about
are
debating.
coming here with is the conspiracy that Jewish people, the people of the government of Israel, is behind every single immigration policy in the West. So basically, the conspiracy is that Jews want to flood
Oh look,
the West with
labeling conspiracy.
Jews
It makes
want
me
to
feel better.
flood the West to get rid of white people. Is that right, Nixie?
It actually is, yeah. No, they want
Thank
to get
you.
rid of Christianity.
Man,
And if
I
you
know
want to
this
go
woman's
do some
point, man.
homework,
She's just a
if you
14 gimp.
right, okay, you are so thick. What are you educated? Like you can't be educated. You couldn't finish
I'm
university.
fit, and you believe that Jews are trying to eradicate white
It's
people.
a fact, actually. No, it's actually
Oh,
a
thank
fact.
you.
The
Is
evidence
it?
is out there. Yeah, the evidence is
Anyone
out
on the
there.
panel agree with this?
No.
It doesn't care about them.
Oh,
It
thank
doesn't
you,
matter
Khan.
about
At
the
least you're
panel.
not that stupid.
Doesn't matter about the
Wait,
panel.
can I just ask you a quick question?
She's
So
literally
Dave,
just said Jewish people are trying to eradicate white people. Thank you.
wait, Dave,
Jewish
do you think
people
any,
are white
do you think
Yeah,
any,
they are.
wait, Dave, do you think any ethnic group is trying to eradicate white people?
Do you not find it suspicious that every Western country is
No.
literally greeting them at the border? Anyway, Dave, let's get back to Israel, okay?
Wait, Nixie,
Greece.
Not really.
Nixie,
Not really. We
can you
know.
just
We
answer
now
my
know your
question?
position.
So hang on, I'm back. Right. So these Jews are just not in Israel, is there, Nixie? They're in Poland, Bulgaria, Hungary, Russia. Are they all Zionists? Are they all Zionists, love? See, you are radicalized and you're not thinking rational. Soon somebody challenge you, there's the name calling. But at least he will not cover up what he thinks, which you did months ago. And that is my problem. Causing me all this hassle and grief with your trolls and doing your channels. And then started attacking everyone in my chat because they called you out what you are. And then you're openly being blatant about it now. What was the point? We could have had a simple discussion. You can believe what you believe in, and I believe what I believe in, and you could have just been welcome here, and everything would have been cool. You know, am I really butthurt? How you really think? Not really, but it doesn't surprise me. But I am more butthurt what goes on in London each weekend on these demonstrations, which Mark Collett's lot go and join, don't they? Wouldn't they? Didn't Corbyn brought in National Front supporters and ex-BNP to help with his electoral campaign? So, me personally, love, I think you should not live in this country because you're Hitler hating and you're a traitor to this country. As I can see, at least the Jewish community will sing the national anthem and have the St. George's flag with the Star of David flag.
Position. You're a
Wait.
massive
Can
anti-Semite.
you answer my question? Really,
I don't care for your labels,
Yeah.
Dave. They don't hurt me and they won't stop me.
Nixie,
You're an idiot.
Nix.
Oh,
All
God,
right,
sorry,
Nixie,
I'm
you had your
Taken
bite of
him,
the cherry.
taken
Let
Dave,
JJ
you think-
talk now.
No.
No, the joke's on you, not quite lover, because he wants to keep Britain white. He wants you out, Nixie. He wants you out. and you're a fan of Mark Collett, man, how Scooby-Doo brain you've got. You call everybody else thick, but like as you claim later on, your mother's black, so here I want your mother out. I want you'll go, but your dad could stay if your dad's white. We shall gathered.
Just literally one question. You guys can go back to Israel.
But I believe any group's actively trying to eradicate another group of people.
No, white people. No. Do you think any
White
ethnic group
people.
is trying to eradicate white people?
No.
Okay.
No.
You need to
No,
do a
I
little
don't
bit more
believe that's really
research.
the case.
Anyway,
And
can we
you
still
gotta
get
show
back
your
to
research.
immigration?
Mhm.
Dave, are you
Please do
against
show.
immigration or just the unchecked?
No, Lodge. No, you can have people on there, yeah? And it's good to know we've got people like this around and not being undercover with it. Now, she wouldn't have been speaking like this blatantly if a lot of people called her out on it, like Moon and me. And we said we just don't want to we can have a discussion, blah, blah, blah. But she came over to brainwash people. Now, her views is totally different from what the views are for Palestine and Israel. This is costing a whole lot of people. And I'm afraid there's a lot of people who are pro-Palestine who ain't got any hate will cling on to anybody who's got their same views as that. And people go around and calling people who are Tommy Robinson supporters are racist. Well, I never come across any Tommy Robinson fan who comes out with her views. They are totally against these views.
Immigration. People walking the streets of England where all they've done is turn up and said, "Oh, I'm seeking asylum. All right, tick this box and off you go." I don't agree with that. Oh, we'll come back in 6 months. We'll review your case. What's that?
No, I think in the West, unfortunately, like the answer to that is a lot more complicated than what you may want, right? Unfortunately, in the West, we have an addiction to abortion, and abortions have got out of control, and we're not having children at replacement rate. So the establishment is having to keep bringing people in, and in turn, by them having to keep bringing people in to keep our numbers up, we're going to obviously eventually get to a point where white people.
That's going down deep monkey waters with abortion. You know, it all depends what circumstances why they're having the abortion. Yeah, that woman could have been raped or forced to have sex and violently raped, and she doesn't want to keep that. But so I'm staying well away from the abortion thing.
In this country, British white people will actually become a minority, right? Looking at statistics. I don't believe that's to eradicate white people. I just think that's an unfortunate cycle of what's going on in the West.
So what would be the answer to that then, Dave? To more reproducing?
Return to Christ, and start having
What's
more
Christ
children.
saying? Have more children.
Of course.
Oh God, turn to Christ. We don't need fucking religion, Dave. We don't need it, man. We don't need it. Causes nothing but trouble. Look what's happened now everywhere. Scotland, Ireland, Israel, you know, just name it, man. We don't need religion, mate. We don't need it, mate. Practice it, but it causes confusion. And nastiness. And this is what you're fighting against on the panel here with Nixie, mate.
Christianity is the answer to our problems. People need to take a step back, closer back to God, and
As a
move back
Muslim,
to
I
the
agree
church.
with you.
Christianity has failed, though.
Nah,
Do
Christianity
you not
will
see
never
there's
fail.
an
It's
agenda
gone
that's
anyway.
actually destroying Christianity?
Oh, is that
Yeah.
would that be the Jews again, Nixie?
I'm not
Oh,
saying
shit.
because I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's quite obvious with all the LGBT, the wokeism, everything. They're trying to invert it. Turn
Yeah,
it from all
liberalism's
good
got
into
out of
bad.
control in the West, but it's not a Jewish conspiracy.
Well,
Yeah, but is Judaism a part of Christ and Christianity, Nixie? Is that why the Muslim extremists don't like them? Just a thought, mate. Yeah.
Oh, you know, I will tell you this: they literally control this country. They're like Keir
Right.
Starmer and Conservative.
No, they don't. Who owns the most buildings in this country? Who's got the most banks in London? The Arabs own the most expensive building in England. And they're basically taking over one of the best infrastructures in London to make it into a mega mosque. So that's rubbish. That's rubbish. You're ridiculous, woman. What, because they make a lot of money? You know what I mean? I sound there's a bit of jealousy there, isn't it? Don't forget there's black Jews as well, Nixie. Do you know that?
Well, you should know this, Dave. You should know this. Do you know who the CFI
So what's
are?
the solution,
Do you know who the LFI are?
So what's the solution?
You know, because you're
Sharia.
Yeah, Sharia, please, have a day
Labour
off.
Friends of Israel and the Conservative Friends of Israel. Both parties are they are basically
Yeah,
equivalent
this is just
to
propaganda.
APAC. No,
This is just
it's not propaganda. Propaganda is the newspapers.
So what's the solution, Nixie?
Well, the solution is to stop being so divisive in terms of Tommy Robinson. He gets paid by the Zionists.
That's your
Oh, we'll go. Why bring Tommy Robinson into your hate? Why bring it? What's Tommy Robinson got to do with your hate? Why is it when there's an argument, Tommy Robinson comes in? Now, if he had his views like you, Nixie, you wouldn't hate him, would you? If he thought like you. Why would you hate on the bloke who would jump in the crowd and have a fight with the alt-right, combat eating and that, in the crowd in Blackburn? Why would you hate someone so much? But of course, see, you're holding on and you're jumping onto other people's subjects, and you like the Palestine, Tommy Robinson. This just proves my point. This is nothing to do with Tommy Robinson. And show the proof, like you keep saying he got paid by his Zionists. Do me a favour and let him getting banned in London. The only reason he got taken away is because the people who were funding that demo for the Jews said that their funds are going to be taken away if they didn't remove him. So they were forced to take him away. But tell me what organisations will get Hamas, Hezbollah supporters taken away from the demonstrations this Saturday. Tell me who will do that. Who are the racists and who are the Arab Zionists? Let's turn it around. Let's call them the Arab Zionists. Because it's more Zionism from the hate preachers who go on these marches and what the actual Zionists are doing. And secondly, most of the people who turn up at this demo don't know what they are demonstrating for, because a lot of them are paid and they by Khan, Diane Abbott, and Corbyn. When it gets to a state in this country where the Jews want to do a demonstration, they can't advertise it because they get attacked. It's a sad, sorry state of affairs in London. Compared when this demonstration was a Muslim guy and a Jewish guy holding hands together, saying they want peace. And it happens when the Sikhs have their day. You get the Islamist terrorists want to jeopardise that day when they're going through London. So why can't they have their day without them getting jumped in? Because when they have Eid through London and everything, you don't see the Sikhs jumping in and trying to cause trouble. Yeah. And I'm not talking about Muslim, I'm talking about Islamist extremists.
Answer to defeating the Zionists.
Well,
is it?
no, what I'm saying is, my answer is stop being a useful idiot and doing what Tommy Robinson does. I mean, he gets paid a lot of money to do it. You don't.
You've literally told us that
you're
Jewish
going
people
round
are
and round in
behind our
circles.
immigration. You're a
Well,
moron.
I've just dropped
You've
some links.
literally, you are a moron.
Dave, I'm a lot more educated than you. You're a
You've
moron.
literally just told us
Why do you
that
think
Jewish
people call
people
you
are
Divvy
behind
Dave?
our immigration
There's a
policy.
reason that you're called Divvy Dave.
You have
That's my
literally just told us that Jewish people are
Yeah,
behind our immigration
I have.
policy and they are controlling our country. And I've asked you, what
and
is the
America,
solution?
and
And you
America.
started talking
I
about
don't
Tommy
have the
Robinson.
solution. I'm telling you that this is a situation. You need to be
Yeah,
aware.
you
of
believe
what's
Jews
going
run
on.
the world.
You want to have a look at the
Congratulations,
links
you're
I
a
sent
moron.
you? Well, do you know what? Everyone calls you Divvy Dave for a reason, don't they?
Stoke
Yeah,
tell
Dave,
me.
by the way.
Here goes the name calling. What could I host? Ask me and I'll say yes or no. Yes or no. I didn't want to come back to this, but I'm not going to lie, and I ain't going to lie. Well done, Dave. Standing your ground and standing your beliefs and not backing down on your beliefs, and rightly and wrongly, people. He stands by his beliefs and he don't care what panel he's on and who he's against. He will stand. It's not because he's supporting against he's going against an anti-Semite. It's just that's what we want on these streams more. People will stand by what they say and don't change their mind and don't sugarcoat it. And this is the first time she hasn't sugarcoated this without calling people scumbags, liars, and you know. And this is not a dig at Velle show. This because it just shows her up for what she is. And thank you, I didn't have to bother to get the bloody evidence to come out and say what she really is.
Dopey Dave.
Dopey
Well,
Dave.
Dopey. Yeah,
you
well,
lot
it's
really
dopey.
do well when you talk to me, don't you?
Well, you are dopey, and you talk about things you
Yeah,
have
that's just
no
the
idea
baseless
about.
ad hominem. We've established
okay.
that you believe Jews run the
But
world.
Yeah,
then
that's
you
You're a
like
moron.
ad
See, that's
hominems.
just
Didn't you
banter.
just
That's
call
not
me
real.
names?
Come on.
Did you not call me names? Okay, so
Does
it's all right,
anyone
you
here
call me names.
believe? Does anyone here believe that Jewish people
I
are
don't care what anyone else
running the
believes. I'm
world and they
giving
are
you
actively
It's the
trying to
opposite.
eradicate
It's the
white
opposite. It's the
Anglo-Saxon
opposite.
people?
I
it's not.
think the Jewish cause and even Zionism is being used by the
No.
West to establish a platform
Can't.
in the Middle East.
No, can't.
Does
you're wrong
anybody
there.
know neocons? Has anybody
If you
heard of
thought
that?
that, yeah.
I
Neocons.
genuinely think that.
No, Khan, we spoke about this before, and I wanted to actually speak to you because I thought about it afterwards. If they weren't, because you said, I said they're in control of America, and you said, no, you think America's in control of Israel. Well, think about it this way. Why is there like over 100 dual citizen like congressmen in America? Americans don't have all that in the government in Israel. You know,
They don't need
they
it.
are,
They're the ones giving them money.
no, they're the
Because
ones
there are
over
They're
there.
giving them like
American
£1 million
Jews.
a day.
Can't
Because
think
there's
about it.
American Jews. We
Can't
have
think-
a Hindu
Okay,
man as
well,
the
you're
Prime Minister
wrong.
of Britain.
And if you want me to send you information on that card, I will. If you want the time
I'm
to
all
look.
right. Don't send me
look
nothing.
into
I'm
it.
good.
America used to be really strict.
You con. And do you know what? As we go along on this stream, Con really surprised me. He really did. And I'm going to big him up for this because we all know he could be a troll, but I think he's fair, actually. And he turned out to be quite consistent and sincere. So listen a little bit long on it because it did really surprise me because I just thought Con might have just jumped on the bandwagon with this to troll, right? but I've got to give him full respect for this. And actually, he's not calling out David's standards on anything here. He's saying what is, and he will say on both, to be fair. To be fair. And that's, he came through right on this time. Even he can be irritating, but no, he wasn't in a trolling mood there. He was quite truthful. And Dave does ask him a question, and Khan was right. He came out trumps in this. Bear with me, guys. And hello, Finn. And Irish, what to host what? I might not even entertain that. I'm talking. I've got to, maybe that person's asked me, because I am doing a subject of this, and if I'm serious against hate towards multi groups or any group, anybody talks about a group of person because they're different, I will review it and say it's wrong. So, but you know, there's silliness on the panel and there's just hate. Yeah. And what I do go through with fellow Jewish friends is just don't call out anti-Semitism, you know, be common sense about a lot of things, yeah. But call out the hate, yeah. Not silly little things. People are entitled to their opinion. Now, I don't think Nixie should be cancelled or should be arrested or lose her job. That's her fault. She's allowed to have her faults. But bear in mind, let Dave have his opinion back without the name calling. That's all I ask, Nick. That's all I ask.
Well, no, I'm just saying, Carl, if you want the facts, because the facts are out there.
I think the majority of Jews, when they wake up from this gaslighting, they're going to realise what they've actually lost. They've lost the sympathy of the whole world. They've established themselves as a apartheid state, and they're going to pay the price for that. That's on their neck.
That's your theory.
Can I give you my little theory about
what's the theory,
happened?
Dave? Sorry.
My
you
theory.
said there is your theory, isn't it? No,
yeah, it's my
Claire,
personal opinion. I wouldn't say it's a theory. It's my personal.
Claire, let me just
No, I have a little theory that I.
No, Claire. I'll just quickly say this, and I'm going to stop. Yeah, I'm going to stop. But we have established here, Nixie believes Jewish people are actively trying to eradicate Anglo-Saxon people, right? We have established
Absolutely,
that, so.
yeah, I do actually, and I've got proof. you can laugh, and you tell me I don't know. You are so thick. You didn't graduate, did you? You didn't get any GCSEs. It's quite clear, because you were like bottom level. You don't like. You are so thick, and you're also. Well, he started first.
Yeah,
and
they're
you know what? You are literally the biggest truthful idiot. I mean,
anyway,
you don't
I thought we were going to talk about immigration and how the government's actually behind it.
You're
I
just,
don't work
you're
for Tommy
dividing
Robinson.
white people and Muslims by hating
You sound
on
depressed.
Muslims.
The way you ramble is a sign of depression.
No, I don't. I honestly, I don't.
Make your point.
We know you don't agree with him. And
Dave, I will carry on talking if it pisses you off.
No, keep talking, because I've just exposed you in about 4 seconds.
Expose me. I don't give a shit. I am here telling the truth. Now,
I know, because you sound mentally ill, love. You sound fucking mentally ill. You invested too much time in this. And I don't think Dave was pissed off. He's sitting there being relaxed about things. Yeah. You're the one who's having a bit of a meltdown. It happened with Amy. Trolled you a little bit. You couldn't cope. If you put yourself in a different way, Nixie, then people could have that low-key, intelligent conversation. But you are brainwashed, love. You are brainwashed by a guy who wants to keep Britain white.
You're pissed off with the message that I'm giving you, which is factual. I've just dropped you.
Why would I be pissed off? You just set fire to yourself.
I haven't set fire. I've told. I have
Of
nothing
course
to
you are.
hide. I'm
You're
very
a
transparent.
lunatic. You're a
Really?
lunatic. Of
Really?
course.
I know, but it isn't. It's no joke, mate. Because I have got it, mate. Yeah, but I cope with it the best way I can. Not on YouTube, I haven't, but in real life I do. So please don't tell me about mental health. Mental health. She is radicalized, and she's not being rational. She's not putting herself across an intelligent. Now you could have Mark Collett on here, and he'll put it in a way where people will listen and won't have their back up or laugh at. Yeah, you will have an intelligent conversation if you call his views intelligent. But there's a difference from her, and that she's too invested, and she is radicalized. It's taking over her brain. Bit like when I was years ago about Islam. Make no apologies for it. I did. I was totally wrong, and I regretted being like that. Yeah, I regretted it, and it still haunts me now because it's not me. You know, there's good and bad in everyone, and I'm afraid this lady's gone. It's gone in the head. I will disagree on certain religions, or any religion. I'm not going to judge everyone the same. I don't judge all Muslims being terrorists. No, I don't. There's good and bad in everyone. But Nixie is classing all Jews as Zionists.
You
Do you really
believe
think
Jewish
I
people
care?
are trying to
You see,
eradicate
this is what
Anglo-Saxon
happens,
people?
guys. The minute that you do mention Jewish people, this is what you get. But I don't
Huh?
care. 'cause
But
you're not
you
gonna
are a
stop me.
conspiracist, though.
No,
Yeah, she's a lunatic.
can't. Fuck that, can't. How can it be conspiracy if there's factual evidence? Okay, for a
Factual
start.
evidence.
Yeah,
Well, it's not
Because-
conclusive evidence because
is.
Jews do all kinds of things.
It is
Good Jews are
conclusive.
bad Jews,
It
are
is. No.
pro-immigration
It is
Jews.
Who's been up? Phil. I act more British than you ever been, mate. I always for the troops. I'm always, even my grandparents were Jewish, but they would act more British. I act more British than you, mate. But we got to call out the crap. If you're going to call out the crap with other things, Phil, and this is what the far lefties do, mate. No offence, but you are a far lefty. You've got one tunnel vision and don't see it anywhere else, mate.
Conclusive. If you take the
Exactly,
time,
Claire.
if you
Yeah,
take the time,
she's a
to
massive anti-Semite.
if you no, I have a problem with Zionists. I've actually got lots of
Oh,
Jewish
is that
friends.
your get out clause?
Yeah.
It's not really going to watch you. I just said, do you believe
I don't
Jews
Well,
are
if
trying
you
to
call them
eradicate white
neocons,
people?
if you
You said
call
yes.
Let's be
Zionist
clear. I don't give
neocons,
a shit what you say. You haven't answered the question about Israel. That's a basic thing that you should know. If you've got a problem with
You said
immigration,
you didn't know about it. You didn't tell
yeah,
us why it's important.
because they are the ones that are bringing them over here. But he wouldn't give me. I've dropped the links. He wouldn't give me a chance. They are the ones that are meeting them and actually encouraging them to come over to all the Western countries.
Israel wants the Western Hemisphere to become dominated by Muslims because that would be in their interest.
Dopey Dave, learn to shut up when someone else is speaking.
You can't debate.
No, I can't.
See, the problem I've got with Nixie, Alexa, right, is when you've got good people going on the streets and worried about what's happened in their community, okay, and they're not racist or anything. This is the kind of person who brings the spotlight on people who are out on the streets and being concerned without the hate, right? And she's the person who's brought the light on the people who are just calling out things for what they are without being branded if a racist. Now, as she said, blah, 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 Israel, do you know what? I agree. Too many people are dying. It's got to stop. But if when she comes out with the crap, they rule the world, which we all know they don't. And I say the Arabs are more, and the Russians are more richer than the Jews and things. Tell me how many football clubs are Jewish who own football clubs in this country? Not one. All Arabs, mostly Arabs. So, you know, don't come out about they rule the world and that. Otherwise, they would have bought every football Premier League club in this country. And fine, but actually, the Rothschilds, there's a rumour the Rothschilds might be by Brandon MC. But like I've said, a few meltdowns from the far left at my club. I don't care. People are people. There's evil in everyone. Good and bad in everyone. In what religion, colour, or whatever. Yeah. When you're going to learn these governments are all cahoots for us to have all this hate for everyone. I've seen it. Combat 18 was created in this country by the government. It's a well-known fact. It was in there. Donald McIntyre's documentary.
Babe, because I'm talking
No,
to
you're
a fucking
screaming.
moron.
You're screaming.
I'm talking to
You
a
have
moron.
no control of yourself.
Because you're so thick.
Low impulse control is a sign
Low
of unintelligence.
Really?
Mm,
Well, that's
yeah.
funny. I mean, I've got a master's. What have you got?
What's
And
your
you
master's
also
in,
can't
though?
control yourself. It's
What's
a
your
master's
master's
in
in? What's it in?
anti-Zionism.
Well, yeah, it's in the medical field. The lower limb.
Yeah.
Okay, well done.
We don't
Can
really
I
need to
just-
hear any more.
Can I make my point about Jews and neocons and Zionists, please? And it will be very quick. I'm basically saying Jews after World War II have been made mascots of the Anglo-Saxon Empire. So they big them up and say, oh,
That's right.
it is our purpose.
Claire, you're right. And do you know what, Claire? You surprised me because you want Sharia law in this country. But do you know what? I would love to talk to you one day on the show if you're listening, because you were quite fair and you're explaining this beautifully, and I will play it on while I just get something out of the wash machine.
As an Anglo-Saxon empire to protect Jews in Israel, and
That's
anyone who attacks them, we're going to call them Nazis and stuff. And this is basically what has happened.
That's what he does. But it's all right.
No, we've established that you believe Jews are trying to eradicate white people.
Have you seen it the way it's all right for you and Wendy? If I said half the things that you and Wendy say about Muslims, I would be in prison if I said that about
I talk about Islam. I don't particularly talk about
standards.
Muslims, to be honest with
Yeah,
you.
you do. Yes, you do. I've seen you say horrible things.
Tommy
And
Robinson does,
Like
though,
what?
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like
Paul
what?
Golding
Give us an
speaks
example.
better about
I
Muslims
used
than
to
Tommy
watch-
Robinson did, which is surprising to me.
Give us an example then,
surprised.
Nixie.
Oh, someone, bloody Muslims and all that. You know, we don't want them
Bloody
over here.
Muslims?
And, yeah, you
Dave,
and Wendy.
you called me an Islamist, Dave.
Oh yeah, I definitely.
I'm not even a
believe that, yeah.
practicing Muslim. You're calling me an Islamist.
But really, Dave, you need to check yourself and educate yourself because you're just
Not
a fool.
really.
Yeah,
you believe
do.
Jewish people are trying
You
to
are a
eradicate
youthful
Anglo-Saxon people. You're a
well,
nutter.
actually, yeah, no, that's actually that's out there. Like, if I'm a
Is
nutter,
it?
why have so many things come true? I mean,
Anyone else here on the panel believe
look,
Jewish
he has
people
to
are trying to
he has to get
eradicate
back
white
up, doesn't
people?
he? I don't
Not
care.
really. I just
No.
want to read the room. I want to know
Well,
what's going on here.
Don't shoot the messenger. This is actually what is
I'm
in
not
their
trying to
plan.
shoot anybody. You're shooting yourself.
I'm not shooting myself because I know that I am telling the truth.
Nixie,
Yeah.
I think we need to recognise that there's a lot of Israelis that don't support Benjamin Netanyahu.
Oh,
and
I
his
know
war
that, and I have a lot of
on
good. I've
innocent
got a lot
people.
of good Jewish friends, and do you know what? They get attacked over there support trying to stand up for the Palestinians.
So why would it
Exactly.
be in the interest of Israel for the United Kingdom to become
Why don't
a
you do a little,
Muslim
give yourself a
majority
little
nation?
bit of, go and do a little bit of homework, Dave. Okay,
I'm
take
asking you a
those
very
links.
basic question.
Take those links.
Why would it be in the
have you heard of a
interest?
one world government?
Would it? Oh my
Have you
God.
heard about
Would,
this one world government?
Nixie,
They
I'm
want-
Is
asking
it
you a
another
question.
conspiracy?
No,
Nixie?
Khan, it's not. Stop with that. Stop. No, Khan, seriously.
But
stop
we're
with
not
that.
up to date on conspiracy, so we
Well,
won't know about it.
well, then you need to. If
Nixie,
you're
I'm
gonna
asking
talk
you a very
about it,
straightforward question.
I'm
please.
talking to Khan.
You're
Learn.
very erratic.
You're the one with a low impulse because I have no patience with you. You're so
You're
thick.
mentally
You're
ill.
so
You
dumb.
actually are mentally ill.
Why? Why are you so,
So what-
triggered by Dave? I don't get it.
Because he's so thick and he's
she's
so
unwell.
dumb.
And you
Right.
expect him to be what?
No, because he started with me first as well. Because he knows he cannot handle any criticism of Israel.
So why is it
handle
why is it in the interest of Israel to flood Britain and other Western countries with immigrants?
For one, they want a one world government. That is what is in the plans. Okay, a one world government. I'm sure surely you've heard of that.
I've
And the
asked you
Great
about the
Reset.
We
immigration
already
policy.
have a one world government. America is a global empire.
Right. Well, this is what but this is what they're
He's
leaving.
dying though,
Claire.
Claire.
Why am I
China
always
is on the
agreeing with
rise.
Claire?
Huh?
Why am I always ending up agreeing with Claire?
Okay, but if you
no,
guys don't
but the thing is, you would expect a one world, a global empire to be moving people around and dividing the world into
they
economic
want
zones,
one
which is
race,
what has
Claire.
happened to us.
Claire, they want
They
one
want
race.
one race.
Okay, so
Explain
that-
us the logistics
Shut
of
up,
that.
Dave.
one
I'm speaking to
race.
Claire. Shut up, Divvy. Right. So basically, they want a one world
Dopey.
government. They want one dopey, but and he's Divvy as well. They want a one world government. Now, do you not think it's a little bit suspicious that they're like all the Western countries have got their gates open,
Isn't it a
welcoming
little
them
bit?
with
Because
4-star
we are the
hotels?
vassal
Hold
states
on.
of America.
No, it's just starting to happen now, and there is an agenda behind it.
I want
This is
to
what I'm
know
telling you.
logistics here.
Shut
She's just
up,
given us
Dave.
these
Shut up. I'm
psychotic
finished.
ramblings.
Shut up. I
Why
think you're
would
psychotic.
explain us
I
the
think you're
logistics behind this one race thing?
Excuse me, can you
What's
let me
the
finish? I
objective
was
of that?
talking because it's easier to control. They will be the only ethnicity. The headquarters will be in Israel. That
When it
is
comes
what's
to the
happening.
divide and rule, race is a very key component. So
One
to us all
race,
be the
one
one
religion,
race would
and
eradicate
one.
that then, wouldn't it?
Let me finish. One race with the one world
One
government,
race, one religion.
religion. Stop repeating.
Yeah.
See, don't tell me I can't debate when you talk over.
Oh,
me.
you two need to get a room, man. Seriously.
No, but if we,
No.
Khan, if you look at the
So you're
practicality
ruining
of
the
what she's saying,
conversation.
Khan, if
No,
you look
but
at the
Dave, you're
actual
feeding
practicality
into
of what
it.
they're saying, if you eradicated race
You're
and everyone was the same race,
Fuck
this
you,
is her
Khan.
theory, and everyone believed in the same thing, everyone would kind of be on the same
I don't
same
care.
sheet,
I
right?
don't care. I have got that. If you want me to get more fucking sources for you,
This is her theory, by the way.
information's out there. It's not a theory. It's not a theory. It's actually been proved. Like that's what's happening.
And it's
Okay,
all been
like-
orchestrated by Jews, yeah?
Well, Zionists literally run the world. They're like the Rothschilds have got trillions,
Oh, wow.
trillions.
Which Rothschild you on about, Nixie? Because you think they're just one big family. They're not. Actually, there's about 5 different Rothschilds. There would be some Rothschilds who would be totally against Tommy Robinson. You haven't looked into it, have you, love?
And they started the whole Zionism thing. Well, Adam
You're here
Weishaupt-
because of Zionism, Khan. Bloody hell. You might be a Zionist, Khan. I might have to take back the Islamist.
I don't know
Everyone's
why people
quiet,
keep
man.
having these
Everyone's
conspiracy
shitting
theories
themselves.
that they can never
I'm really quite
prove.
shocked that Dave
Why don't we
doesn't
talk
even know
about
what
how to
Israel
fix the
is.
problem?
Well, the problem is
So Rothschilds rule the world. So do they rule the other countries where they treat black people slaves, Nixie? Or where Muslims are killing their own people in oh god, it'll come back to me in a minute. With their own people, they're stopping their own people. Oh god, I can't believe it. I've just got a memory loss. We'll carry on and I'll get back to it.
it's coming from there. It's
That's it. Yemen are the Zionists controlling the Muslim government in Yemen to stop all their people. Where's the outrage? Where's the outrage of the millions of kids are dying in Yemen from starvation by a Muslim-run country? See, this is what really pisses me off. She just uses Palestine for her hate. She keeps calling Dave thick, but she's the most thickest person. The best way we combat hate and nastiness in this country is all come as one and say we don't want this happening. But you're in favour for the Islamists, and you're encouraging the Zionists, you call them, to fight back. So you feel your hate towards the Jews. That's how I see it. And when that's over and they hate each other, then you'll go and hate the Muslims as well. At the end of the day, because we all know that, because you did tell Ghost there's too many Muslims in this country, didn't you? Which I'd say the people who have been born here, who have got a Muslim faith, are British, are English. Our class them as English. Our class goes, even he's got a faith, I'll say he's English because he was born here. And I would say that about Jews, Caribbeans, Buddhists, and whatever, Sikhs. You're British. If you're born here, you're British. If your parents came over here and helped build this country, you're British. And the Windrush did, and the Muslims and the Sikhs and the Hindus all came over to help to rebuild this country after the war. So, but that's the kind of thing you don't want, Nixie. And it's quite concerning when you have to say later on, you've got a black parent.
What I'm trying to say to you,
Well, I'm saying it's coming from America, so in a way we're agreed.
No, it's coming
that,
from
It's coming from liberalism, Cliff.
Look at
Liberalism is out of
look at the
control.
links I've dropped you, and it will explain it all to you there. It will explain it,
Yeah,
honestly.
I wouldn't click anything.
Okay. Lodge, I think you would be the one you could contact Ambrosine. I don't know how to contact her. So I'm sure someone could do that. I am asked someone to get someone quite high profile on for me, and I hope it'll work because I'm very good friends with them. But I would host that, but don't know if I haven't seen Amazine around for years, Lodger. Yeah. Could you see you could get in touch, Lodger? I'm sure you know a few people might do because you're in with some channels, aren't you? Yeah. But Nixie won't come on here because she's got a lot of hate towards me because I call her a shit. We could do it though. Could do it.
I think you posted.
I don't care. You're probably too fucking thick to articulate what's going on, what they're talking about anyway.
Yeah, 'cause you're doing a great job.
Do you know what? You're just not worth talking to. I've given you the information.
Of course.
You don't even know who Israel is.
Oh, did you see the pause in her? Did you see the pause in her? Starting to lose it.
Got a problem with the forced migration. Surely you should know who's driving it. Surely you would try and find that out.
Israel is full of immigrant labor too.
No, Claire.
I mean,
Well done, Claire. Well done. Actually, Israel is one of the biggest importers for labour's immigrant labour now, especially from the African countries.
Have a labor
No, Claire,
problem.
Israel's borders are. Well, did you not hear that they got rid of all the Eritreans like literally last year? Netanyahu came on the news and said, "I want all those
It's an
Africans
apartheid
out."
state.
Right. They've
Well,
got
they're
closed borders.
inviting
They have
Indians
closed
in now. They're inviting Indians in because they can't, you know, they've expelled the Arab labor. So
Phil, we're going against the I'm calling out what he's calling out the anti-Semite. Yeah. Have you ever heard Dave say he hates all Muslims? I've never heard him say that, Phil. Stop being a lefty, mate. Stop it, mate. Take your pill. Chill pill. Okay? We're calling out her crap. Then maybe we'll call out some of the crap that Dave might say. Okay? At the moment, don't switch it. Okay? Let's focus on this nasty piece of work first. Okay? Then we could go on and maybe do a show. Does Dave hate all Muslims? I don't think he does. Right?
have
from
labor
Thailand.
problems.
Yeah, a lot of people from Thailand.
No,
Yeah.
well, I mean, I can also tell you that when they did have people from China come over to work for them, they made them sign something to promise not to sleep with any Jewish people. And they also gave they also gave African women the pill to make without them knowing, so they couldn't get pregnant. It's all out. It's in the Guardian newspaper. It's been reported.
Is
So don't
it?
call it. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh, the Bucky Guardian. She's confused, this woman. So she reads a lefty paper. Okay, now fucking Hitler lover. I read the fucking far left paper. You don't tell the truth about fucking anything.
Yeah.
But you see, I've heard this conspiracy a lot from 14 years and Groypers
No,
and
but
all
it's
these
no,
types, right?
Dave,
And
you
this
can
is where
keep saying
Nipsey lives.
conspiracy. You can keep saying conspiracy, but if it's
Calm
been
down.
do you want
Calm
me? No, I get
down.
annoyed when someone tries to be smart.
You're not making
using
any
doctrine.
coherent points, though. You just
I get. I
You're
have
mentally
literally
ill.
just
Look what
told
you're
you.
doing to her, Dave.
I've
You're
literally
mentally
just
ill.
told you. I've literally just.
Fucking hell. It's like dealing with a schizophrenic. He only said conspiracy and she's gone fucking mad. Gordon Bennett.
Mentally ill. Mentally ill people are very susceptible to these conspiracies. God bless you.
Can I just ask Dave a
No,
question?
seriously.
Dave,
Don't
do you
fucking
believe
laugh
that
at
our
the dick.
leaders are putting Israel's interests ahead of England's interests, or do you
No, I think it's
believe
in
that?
our interest to have a democracy.
Oh yeah, she does stick to her guns, Lodge. It's because she's radicalised, mate. That's why. Brainwashed.
In a region, right? So obviously we've got
So you're
more
saying
in
there's an
common.
alignment? There's some sort of like
Of course there is. We're
teamwork
ideologically
going on.
aligned. We of course
Yeah.
we're more ideologically aligned with Israel than we are, say,
Right.
Egypt.
But,
No, we're
you're
not.
saying
Even
that our
relations, right?
leaders
No, we're
ain't
not.
in their pockets, though.
I
You're
don't
saying
worship Lucifer.
I believe our leaders have been. I believe our political system has been corrupted by the WEF. I don't think
What
it's a
about this
Jewish
claim that
conspiracy.
Okay.
Jada
All right. Who's the
Pinkett
leader of
made?
the
Dave, 1 minute,
WEF?
let me speak to Dave. What
It's
about that
irrelevant.
comment that Jada made about he hasn't taken the shekel, talking about what's his name, George Galloway? She's basically implying that everyone else has taken Israel's money. Like, what do you think about that, Dave? 'Cause that does
That's
affect.
just another conspiracy, though.
No, Galloway would definitely not take money off Jewish people. He hates them. He gave Hamas Khan 300,000 out of his own pocket. You know that? There's a video out there of him doing it. Yeah. He hates Jews. Galloway hates them. He hates them, mate.
Obviously,
Yeah,
this is what they
everything
do
that he
to
doesn't
slander
agree
people.
with. See that everything he
Jada
doesn't
does
agree with
exposes
is
via
a
the BBC.
conspiracy.
The woman's
Everything he
dodgy as
doesn't
fuck.
agree with and that he can't answer. Oh, it's just a
So you're saying that was just a
conspiracy.
What can I not
allegation,
answer?
It's so pathetic.
What can I
you
not
should do,
answer?
if you, because you don't know the answer to it, you should say, okay, I'll go away and have a look at that. But
What
you're
can I not
so-
answer?
Well,
No, the
no,
reason why
anything
I asked
he
you that,
said.
Dave, is
Oh,
because
well,
there's a
of
clip of
Anything
Keir
that he said.
Starmer this
Right.
anything.
morning.
Yeah, you didn't
Keir
really.
Starmer's like,
Can't I
yeah,
couldn't
this
answer anything you
organisation
just said.
called something
Right.
something Friends of Israel, and we're coming over soon to see
It's
you
called
lot.
the Conservative Friends of Israel, the Labour.
No,
Friends of
the
Israel.
Labour Friends of Israel.
Yeah, yeah.
Of
So what's all
course,
this,
what's
Dave?
wrong with
What's
being
all these
friends with Israel?
organisations? Why do we need these organisations?
They've also
What-
got full access to
Labour
our
Friends of
NHS.
Israel.
They've also
It
got
sounds
full
very
access
dodgy.
to our database of NHS
It
database.
sounds dodgy.
Israel has.
Why would it sound dodgy? What would be
Because it's
dodgy
like
about being
it sounds
Can't,
like it's a
it's a
Israel? They're an
mechanism of
ally.
conspiracy
like how
theory.
to feed money to
It's a
politicians.
conspiracy theory, in it,
They're an
Dave.
ally of ours. And
No,
they're a
Yeah, I'm not saying
valuable
they're not
ally in
your
that
ally.
region.
I'm saying
They're
that
not to
the
me.
money seems to be flowing.
Yeah,
Mm.
politics is influenced in general, right? If you think China isn't influencing politicians and things, of course they are.
You wouldn't
It's
be
going
happy
on
though
all
if
over
it was
the place.
I'm
like.
just hearing about all this now.
But
That's
it's
what I'm asking.
It's definitely
Is that true? A lot of Arabs are Catholic. Wow. Okay. So that's why mostly Celtic fans celebrate terrorists killing non-Muslims. Eh? Okay, that explains it. Didn't know that.
not part of a conspiracy to eradicate white people. I can tell you that.
You don't know
What,
anything
China
for definite. You're fucking
or
thick.
Israel?
And if anyone listens to you, then they have got to be thick because God, you haven't got two brain cells to rub together.
So right, he's
Yeah,
got to
you
put
can
on Tommy
keep
Robinson's videos
No,
to get
you
his
don't.
views up.
Oh,
Don't
Tommy
worry.
You can
Robinson.
keep
Oh,
saying
Tommy,
that, but you're actually
Tommy,
at the base of what you're
such a dick.
saying. You're telling
are
us
such
Jewish
a
people are
Chad.
behind our immigration policy, and Jewish people are doing it to eradicate
are.
white people.
Well, that's what they're
Thank you.
Why are
regulating.
you
That's
focusing
all I
on that
need.
point, though, Dave? Why?
Because that's all I
Because he
need.
wants to
Because
try
that
and
is
Yeah,
the
that's all you need to
definition of
make
I
it
don't
look
hatred
like
and
care
this,
if he's
yeah.
racism.
going to try
But
and
we're
discredit
trying to have
me.
a conversation.
I don't
She
care
is
if he's going to try and discredit me.
she's demonizing Jewish people, and her rhetoric is
I'm not
dangerous.
demonizing them. They're demonizing themselves by
Oh,
actually doing this agenda.
Who are?
I'm not
Who are
talking about
Nixie?
Jewish
Who?
people. I'm
Jewish
talking
people.
about Zionists. Okay,
Right.
there's a difference.
Well, Zionists have
yeah.
got what they wanted, right? They've established the state of Israel. So
Are Zionists
calling them
not Jews?
Zionists, making Zionists to be your enemy sounds
What
like
are you
you're trying
laughing?
to get
No,
rid
no,
of the
there's
state
a
of
lot.
Israel. And I don't think anyone currently in the world is doing that, Nixie. Everyone's
No,
sort of
according to her, they're
accepted.
trying to eradicate Britain as well. This is the massive.
I'm not
tie-up
saying.
that's going
What
on.
I'm saying is they want what? Well, do you not think it's a bit of a coincidence? I'll talk to you, God, because I can't talk to this sicko. It's a bit of a coincidence.
No,
No,
but
you definitely can't
all
talk on
of
my
a
call
sudden-
point, though.
You
Talk
just
on my point.
exposed.
My
I'd
point is that
expose you within minutes.
Huh?
saying that Zionists are your
know
enemy
what?
is indirectly saying to get rid of Israel as a state, right?
Of course. She believes
Right.
that Jews
So if
are
we accept
behind all evil in the world.
No, I don't like
Nixie,
Zionists.
even Hamas, right, have accepted the existence of the state of Israel.
Everyone
So for
does.
you to be
So why
speaking on
can't they?
behalf of people
I'm not
and making
talking.
this point,
I'm
it's-
not
it's-
saying to get rid of Israel. What I'm saying
right?
is wake up and see what their agenda is. Do you not think it's like a bit?
The agenda is to establish.
Cuckoo, cuckoo. One flew over the cuckoo's nest. Look. Nixie, your dog just shat outside on my pavement. Are you going to blame the Zionists for it? First thing is, just laugh at people like this, you know. They don't want to have people to come together. They just bring hate.
A platform in the Middle East so
All
we
right,
can
you
run
guys
goods
crack
from
on with
India
that.
to
I've been
Europe
researching this for 7
and
years.
compete with China.
She's been researching it for
That's
7 years,
thing.
Con.
That's their
She's been
agenda.
researching it for 7 years. Show some respect, bro. She's been researching it for 7 years. She's got a degree as well. Respect what she's saying, bro.
Yeah, what is this new thing online? Everybody says they've got a master's on it. There's about 6 different people I've heard say they've got a master's now. Is this a new thing they're all jumping on YouTube at the moment? You know? Is it just to boost up their egos? Just only saying. She might have one though. I don't know.
Dick Dave. You really
Of
are.
course I am. Of course
No,
I am.
you are. People call you
Yeah.
Dopey Dave for a reason.
Yeah.
You
And now
support
they're
That's
going to
just
call
banter
you a
though.
raving
Yeah.
anti-Semite.
I mean, not
You are
Claire.
literally.
Nixie.
No, I'm not an anti-Semite.
It's
I
just
have no
banter.
friends. But
Obviously,
you're
he's not
racist,
dopey, is
Dave.
he?
You are
Obviously,
serious.
he's not
Yeah, he
dopey.
is dopey.
And now you are going to be
You are.
known as a raving anti-Semite.
And you're going to be known as a
Who?
fucking
Who is Nixie?
racist.
Hope
You're
you're not
gonna be
talking
known-
about me, son.
You're going to be known as a fucking racist. You hate Muslims. You and Wendy, the
That-
way you speak about them.
It's,
You probably
is
hate
Muslim a race?
No, it's not. It's not a race.
So what are you talking about?
Well, all right. We'll talk about people from the Middle East, Islam.
People from the Middle East, Islam. Do you know there's Muslims in like Singapore and there's like Muslims of all
Well,
different complexions. The
You
Uyghurs.
refer to Muslims as being the problem over
You
here.
don't want to be.
Islam is growing because Jamaica now is got a lot of people following that religion now. I never thought that would happen, actually, to be fair. African countries I could see. In Jamaica, I thought it was a full-blown Christian country, and there's problems. There's problems there because of it.
Debate me about Islam because you will go to sleep.
Oh yeah, I'll go to sleep on because you're boring.
Yeah.
You're fucking boring.
But
You
go
know
on, carry
that.
on.
It was really-
Being
The fact that you
racist
don't
to
even know-
Muslims.
The
Sorry
fact
to
that
get in
you-
between you two
the fact that
lovers.
you don't even know.
I thought it
who
was really
Israel
interesting
is
to see
and
how
bias
Tommy
is.
Robinson and what was his name, Paul Golding, they were speaking very differently about Muslims, Islam, extremism, extreme Islam. Like even his terminology that he was using, Paul Golding, seemed to be on the money.
Yeah, but Khan. Hold on. She just made the claim. She just literally
Are
said
you bringing
being
it back to her
racist
now
to
again?
Muslims.
No,
No.
Yeah, go on.
She's
You
literally
keep
just made the
passing the
claim.
ball back to her so she
Being
can score own
racist.
goals. And you're loving it.
Khan, let people listen, man.
Come on, what are you talking about? Scoring on goal. I am coming with factual information, and he's trying.
Oh my
trying.
God.
And you can
Nixie,
fuck
you
off.
just
Control in there. But you got a problem though, because you have put Ghost in an awkward position. And actually he's taking the position of yours because you're falsely supporting his faith. You've conned him into that, and it's a bit of a shame, really. But you knew what you were doing going over there because you know how radicalised Halima is, Nixie, don't you? Yeah, you ain't stupid.
said being racist. You just said being racist to Muslims. So please do explain the logistics of that. Tell me how that works.
Right, you have got a problem. All right, with the blacks, anyone that's coming over here.
The blacks. Do you mean
here.
black people? Do you mean black
I'm
people?
I'm half black. My mum's black.
No, but to say the blacks is a bit. It's black people, right?
Don't tell me how to say. Like I'm half black. I'll say it how the fuck I want.
Dave, how do you feel about interracial marriages?
You understand that?
So you're going to tell me about being racist to the Muslims. So please, sorry, carry on.
No, not the Muslims.
That's
I'm
what
just
you
saying
said.
you've got a problem with forced immigration. All right, you've got a problem with it. Yet you support.
Then you go, you're slandering him because you're losing an argument. If he disliked black people, he wouldn't be quite. I think Dave and Velle have got a bit of a close relationship, to be fair.
Support the people
What's
that are
forced
actually
immigration? I've never heard of it.
forced immigration. Is they have an agenda. Just look at
She just made the claim being racist to Muslims.
Can you shut up?
You can't make one coherent point. I want to know how am I being racist to Muslims?
All right, you're being racist towards all the immigrants that are coming over here, and you refer to Muslims a lot. Do you not?
What if white immigrants came over?
Well, you've got a problem with them as well, then.
No,
I don't know. Do you know what? I don't listen to those shows. But I don't know if he's. I just don't. I can't answer that though because I don't really have an answer. Listen to his show. But what I will say is my stance is vetted immigration. vetted immigration. I've always said that. Brought up with immigration, Polish, Turks, Italians, they've built up London, man. So, you know, I'm not hurt. And you will find people in them communities will say they want people vetted when they're coming over here, so they can feel safe. That's nothing wrong with saying that. Not, but you know, I don't know what Dave's outtake is from it, yeah. But you cut that straws, considering, Nixie, you're a big Mark Collett fan. So there you go. The nuttiness of people in this country on political views. Don't call out Mark Collett. And very big fan of Mark Collett, and you Nix. But you have a go at Dave, who hasn't shown any traits of saying keep Britain white. Or he loved Hitler. He loves Hitler. But you support a man like that, don't you? Like, you thick woman. You're so thick. You call everybody thick, and you say you got a diploma. God help us, lad. God help us. Oh.
I've got a problem with our immigration system.
Basically, sort out your fringe as well, love.
Of course, it's out of control.
Yeah, but
and
why
our
is it- why are you
establishment
always
hasn't
talking about
grown.
pers-
Sorry.
Why
Our,
are you always talking
our
about pers-
infrastructure hasn't grown, but our
Why are you
population
talking
is.
about
And it's putting a
Why
strain.
don't you go to the head of the beast who's sending them over here, which is
The
Israel?
head of the beast. The
Yeah.
head of the beast,
Oh.
which
Why are
is
you
Israel.
going round and
Wow.
round in circles?
Wow.
Oh. Oh, here we go. Now. What a hypocrite. Now, I haven't heard Dave call anybody the N-word. I haven't heard Dave say keep Britain white and likes Hitler, but she's got to cut off the head of the beast. So you're saying Jewish people are beasts, are they? Oh, what a nasty cow. What a nasty little cow.
You've been doing this the last 4 years. You're not getting very far, are you?
Right, so
Not getting you anywhere.
unfortunately, our infrastructure isn't having the investment put into it that it needs, so it's not growing. But our population is, and it's putting a strain. It's putting a strain on us as a people and as a society. Immigration is out of control now. For her to say, "Go and cut off the head of the beast," which is Israel, that is straight up and down anti-Semitism, right?
You see that? You literally cannot say anything about Israel because he starts.
Welcome to the show, Azad. I haven't got no beef with you. You just full of blah, blah, blah. But welcome to the show. And now, Azad, let me say this, right? This is not about a Muslim or Jewish thing with me, Palestine and Israel, because I have made myself clear about Israel. It's got to stop. If anybody looks on my community page, I put the president of Israel up, and people are demonstrating, Israeli people are demonstrating against him now, and he's doing something where we don't want to do it, and it's time for him to stop. So I am the love of the country of Israel, because I've been there 3 years, and have I seen anybody, don't matter where you're from or anywhere, and I say about this country, right? You're a part of that country, yeah? And it is a beautiful country to go there and look at the country and go places. It's a beautiful country, and I have seen Muslims and Jewish people live together for years who hate this war. When are people gonna realize it's designed for everybody to get at each other, and the top people, most probably the head of Hamas and the head of the Israeli Zionists, like what you want to fucking call them, are all sitting round the table making fucking money out of it and not caring about any poor innocent civilian in Israel on both sides. And it's about time people should fucking realise it and stop bringing hate towards each other and come together and say, we don't want this. Yeah. Too many people are dying. Yeah.
Crying
You've
about
just
it.
said they're the beast, and they
I'm
need
talking
to
about
have their head removed.
a figure of speech. You're pathetic.
Well, what
You're
else would it have
absolutely
been?
pathetic. It's a figure of speech. Go to the source, right?
But
Do you want me
Nixie,
to
I
just?
know what
do you want
you
me to-
are. Do you know how many
I know what
people like you
you
have
are. And
debated?
I know what you are. I know
I
what
can
you are.
read you like a book,
Where'd
and
you
you're
find
And
very
I
it?
can
thick.
read you like a book. I'm not denying I have a problem with Zionists. You need
I
to
want to
admit
know
No,
where
no,
Dave
you just
does
said it's the
Dave, where'd you do
beast.
your debating? Where'd you do your debating?
it's a figure of fucking speech, you dullard.
You just called
Do you not
Israel the
understand that?
beast,
You
and you
see,
just said it
do you know
needs
what
its
he's
head
doing?
removed.
He's deflecting because I've literally come here.
No,
He's
he's doing the
deflecting.
opposite of deflecting.
I'm
He's
not
focusing
deflecting. I'm
on one
doubling down.
particular line
No,
of
he's
I'm
thinking.
tripling down. What the
He's
fuck is he talking
deflecting.
about?
He's deflecting on what I've come here and said that
He just keeps
Israel.
passing the ball back to you. That's all he keeps
Yeah,
doing.
because he's not answering. He doesn't
Because he
know.
wants you to talk more.
Of course I do. This woman's stupid.
No, you're
Right,
stupid
where,
because
where
you
we
can't
at with
even
this
debate.
conversation? So,
So I didn't think you was directing it at me, actually. I thought it was actually a good question you brought up. That's why I highlighted it. Yeah? So calm down, mate. And welcomed you here. So calm down, mate.
sorry.
You really can't even fucking.
I don't
debate
know.
it.
If the audience are
You're
enjoying it, I
thick
could keep talking to this
You are
lunatic. But if
thick
you guys
as
want to
fuck.
take over, I will stop.
The thing is, though, you're making yourself look stupid because I know.
See, there's a question. If Nixie refused to come on my channel, but that's how much she hates hates me because my grandparents have got they're Jewish, right? But I wanted to ask her on about people with disabilities and disabled children, because the man you support, Mark Collett, he wants to do away what Hitler wanted to do. Anybody with disabilities have got Down syndrome and autistic and that, he would want to get rid of them dead at birth. I wonder what your outtake is on that, Nixie. And you do seem to use the spastic word a lot, don't you? And the thicko word a lot, don't you, love?
That the information I have is right. You've been doing this for 4 years and you've got nowhere. All you're doing is going round in circles. Tommy. Yeah, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
I think you're an idiot. You're a
So let's
fucking
talk
idiot.
about that then. Dave, do you think Tommy's going to have a bit of a resurgence? Do you think he's going to get
Duh.
popular?
He is.
Everything's moved to the right and he's sort of like in the centre ground. Do you think he's going to get more popularity?
He's
Is it
an
possible?
extremely popular man. I don't know about get more.
Man is so obsessed with Tommy
Well, he's
Robinson.
popular amongst a certain group of people, but he seems to be
Yeah, but
spreading.
Nixie, you hate
I
Tommy
bet he's
Robinson
fucking
because you
using-
don't
I
hate
bet you
Israel.
use him as your fucking porn. He gets paid by Israel. So do you not think?
Azad, honestly, I generally welcome you to the channel, mate. I didn't think you were directing at me, mate. Honestly. Yeah? I didn't, mate. Yeah? I thought your question was quite good, actually. And I know exactly what you're saying. I think you were agreeing with Dave, didn't you? You say Muslims are all kinds of people. That's why I highlighted it, actually. Yeah, mate.
That's a bit biased.
That's a baseless allegation. You have no evidence
it's
for
not.
that.
Oh my god! Do you want me to send it to you now? It's actually there, Wikipedia. You should know this. He gets paid by the Middle East Forum. He gets paid by the David Horowitz
Yeah, this is
Centre.
another conspiracy.
No, it's not a conspiracy.
But why would they care about that? He's saying Israel's their
Because
allies.
it's biased. No,
Taking
they're
money
not.
from your allies is not a crime, is it?
Because
You're
Tommy
taking
Robinson
money
doesn't
from-
hate.
Can't shut up.
Because
Seriously.
Tommy
True,
Robinson, because Tommy Robinson doesn't hate Israel, he must
Nor
then in
does
turn be
Dave.
some kind of paid shill.
But
That is
what I am saying to you,
anti-Semitism.
what he's doing, he is being biased because he is getting paid by someone, and he's being paid to create divide.
Since Tommy's
between-
come back, he's not really talked about Israel Palestine much.
So my outtake, what with Tommy? So are you all saying the Jews got a load of people in Luton to stand against extremists who were spitting at the faces of the soldiers when walking through Luton? Is that what you're saying, Nixie? Are you saying the Jews told him he got groomed by a grooming gang? His cousin was groomed and raped by a grooming gang. Are you saying that? Behave yourself.
No, it's trying to get
And I'm just being devil's advocate. I just want to say is talk about Yemen, love. Talk about Yemen. Do you really care about Muslim people? See, this is in my own little way. I'm looking out for Ghost because I don't even. He's not realizing what's happening here. Okay, you've got a person who supports a Hitler lover. Yeah, who's a big traitor to this country, and I just think she's trying to make a mug out of Ghost because she's got the same feelings about Palestine, but he's not realizing she's using Palestine to hate everyone. Yeah, just have a thought. Mark Collett is keep Britain white. That means keep everybody out. Muslims, Chinese, Indian, Hindus. Yeah. And I don't want a country like that. I don't want a country like that. Yeah. I just don't. I don't want segregation. I've enjoyed a few years being brought up in West London, listening to the Caribbean music, the reggae, the different music, the taste of cultures of people, learning about people's cultures. Never had a problem. Brought up with them, had friends with her, loved it. Loved being a part of it. And I'd never want to be like South Africa or what South Africa was or parts of what America is now. And this woman is supporting that. Even she says later on, one of her parents is black. It's fucking crazy. And that's why I say she needs help. She needs help.
a GoFundMe now, isn't he?
For what?
For getting nicked. That'll
For
be the next thing.
getting nicked.
Yeah.
I think someone
And,
really.
Wait,
and the
Tommy got
relevance
nicked-
of
hold on,
that
Tommy got
to
nicked again.
Israel and Palestine.
No,
Again.
no,
Really
but
went
that's
up,
what I
didn't
think he went down to London for, to get arrested and caused a big hoo-ha.
No, he got arrested at a demonstration.
No,
He got arrested for being peaceful, standing against anti-Semites. Okay? You thick woman. Would you see him? He's done a few mistakes, I think. So you hate Tommy Robinson because he doesn't want to keep Britain white. He doesn't want to keep Britain white. He likes all different people in his country. He doesn't want disabled people killed or have women chained to the kitchen where they don't have their rights. Yeah, that's what the alt-right want, don't they, Nixie? You're screwed in the head, love. It's ridiculous considering you've got a black person in your family as a parent. I just don't get it. It's fucking weird. It's fucking mad. Politics used to be so straightforward back in the day. One group would hate someone for hating for someone's different colour. It was straightforward, but now it's all fucked up. It's all fucked up. I'm confused. I just don't get it. I really don't get it.
What he was doing in the capacity as a journalist.
About Tommy, I know he's very.
You're mentally ill.
No.
Where's Tommy?
You can say what you want.
Well,
I think.
hold on,
You know
Dave.
what?
Why
I
is she
think
mentally ill? Because she doesn't like. Because she doesn't like Tommy Robinson, she's
a
mentally
fully
ill.
grown man that is obsessed
No,
with Tommy
Lady D,
Robinson.
you must have not listened to
No, I never
99% of
heard.
this
I just came
conversation.
back.
I think
Well
you're
then,
Lady D
brilliant.
knows my
That's
politics.
very helpful.
I've been on the panel with her and Nanifa. She knows.
He said Israel is the beast and it should have its head removed.
No,
He said
I'll tell you in
Jews
context.
are trying to eradicate white people. Do you agree with them statements, Lady D?
I don't know about that.
That's what I mean.
Wow, Lady D, that's where you got to listen, man. See, look, she's duped. So she's been on Nanifa's and Lady D's channel. So she's duping them as well. But the real shit is most probably coming out on Velle's yesterday, man. And this is evil. This is evil because she's not been sincere. She'll create a bullshit. She'll weed herself in with people. I don't think she should be silenced. I don't think she should get in trouble with authorities. I don't believe none of that should happen. And I shouldn't be worried. She could just have people ignoring her. But sadly to say, there will be people, I gather she lives in London, will be a lot like that and say, yeah, you're right. Because they're breeding in to this free palace, and a lot of people don't know what it's all about. Yeah, just doesn't know what. It's quite sad, actually. 2024, I thought it would get a lot better, but it hasn't. It's actually got worse. But the worst thing about it, it's undercover.
You guys haven't done no research on this.
Okay, you can say
done
no.
I don't care what you think, right? Because this
So
is
me
true.
thinking she's
The
mentally
link
ill
is
has nothing to do with her opinion on
I think
Tommy
is mentally
Robinson.
ill, though, Dave. Do you know what I think is mentally ill? A fully grown man obsessing over Tommy Robinson. Like, that's
He's
fucking
big
cringe
age,
as fuck.
bit weird.
That's so fucking cringe as fuck,
Dang,
man.
you lot sound so hurt
It's
by
so
it. But anyway, let's get back to Israel.
No, let's get back to
That's
Tommy.
that's
Let's
very
get back
huffy.
to Tommy.
You do
Let's
better
get
than
back to
Tommy.
Tommy and your fucking obsession with Tommy Robinson. I mean, it's literally fucking cringe. A full-grown
We've
man.
established why you hate Tommy
No,
Robinson,
we've
and it's because
established
he
that
doesn't hate
you
Jewish people.
absolutely are in love with Tommy Robinson. In fact, I don't.
Do you
think
like
use
Mark
all
Collette?
that. I think you use.
you like-
I think.
Well, do you know what? Giving Tommy Robinson's views to Mark Collette, I don't think, like I have said, and this brings the argument when I've done the definition of what the real alt-right and the real races are. The Nick Griffins and the Mark Collette. Didn't they do a documentary about him, Nancy Boy? And they done an undercover thing and caught him out when he was young. Really? You got something to be proud of supporting Mark Collette? And maybe Tommy Robinson's just a bit prejudiced towards a religion, which I don't agree what everything he says, to be fair, because there is good and bad in everyone. But I've never heard Tommy Robinson say all Muslims are the same. No. But I have heard Mark Collette say some disgusting things, Nixie, about your mother. Yeah, about your mother. Because you do say in this stream, your mother's black. Yeah. If you're telling the truth. Because you look more Mediterranean than of colour, to be fair. There you go.
think you.
Dave, what do you think of Mark Collette?
I think
you,
he's
Tommy
a
Robinson,
national socialist gimp.
anyone that opposes
You're
Tommy
saying he's not good for
Robinson,
the
you'll hate.
country. You're saying.
No, his policies are fucking. He believes in dictatorship. He's a fucking lunatic.
But Dave, what do
How
you
do you
think
feel
about?
about him trying to radicalise Muslims to join with him on
Yeah,
the
there's
extreme
that
right?
alliance in there between the extreme right and Muslims. It's always been there, man. Yeah, Hitler had Muslim allies.
Can't argue with that.
Are you still screeching,
But
Nixie?
is that
Or do you
something
want to
we
make
should?
a coherent
No, I'm
point?
just
See, this is a point I was making, right? When people say Tommy Robinson is a racist, right? And didn't know much about Mark Collett. Now, if he now he'd maybe go and research Mark Collett and look at Mark Collett and you think, wait a minute, he's definitely a racist. And compare him to Tommy Robinson, what Tommy Robinson might have said. Tommy Robinson's not 1% alt-right like Mark Collett. And that's why people hate me for saying it. But look at it, because I grew up with these fuckers, Martin Webster and all that lot, putting their fucking NF signs on the fucking wall and things like that. And the hate. Yeah? Woke up to all of it. Black people being raised, getting racism thrown at them back in the day. And there was a lot of racism. And it does annoy me. Because you're disrespecting the people who have gone through their lives, your grandparents, your parents, being spat on down the road because of the colour of their skin in the 70s and 60s. People haven't got a clue. And I'm glad Khan asked him, and maybe Khan will research it, and I reckon Khan might have his view on different things. Do I think Tommy Robinson's got actual hate towards one religion? Maybe. But I don't think he wants to kick them all out, does he? He doesn't want to... I think he realises good and bad in that religion. Yeah? Good and bad people in that religion. But this Mark Collett wants everyone out of the country. Everyone out of the country. Even your mother, Nixie. And I think you're the fucking thicko, love. You're the thicko, and it's quite fucking depressing, to be fair.
Nothing actually.
Is
I
that something we
think
should
it's
be encouraging?
embarrassing. I think you're embarrassing. Like, you're a fully grown man.
Mm-hmm.
You probably fucking get excited over Tommy or something, because that's so fucking weird.
Yeah.
So weird. You don't even get paid for it. Like, you're
He loves
obsessed with him.
president.
Everything you do
Tom's
is
a bit of a
Tommy.
fashionista,
I
isn't
bet
he?
your underwear's got...
Well, are you okay then? Okay then. Let's say this then, all right? For argument's sake, is Mark Collett getting paid by the Muslim Council of Britain? Is he? To spread his hate against Jews? Was Nick Griffin getting paid by Gaddafi? Because he had meetings with Gaddafi. Yeah. So you are supporting Mark Collett. Is he? So is Mark Collett advocating people who would put money into these gangs around Britain to rape white children? Same logic, isn't it? Maybe you could answer that one day to me. If you could stop your hate, you know. Balmy, innit?
got Tommy fucking Robinson picture on it or something. You're fucking weird, mate. Fucking weird as fuck.
But
Yeah.
you do hate Tommy Robinson because he don't hate Jews, right?
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you. How long have you been obsessed with Tommy
Play
Robinson?
the ball, not the man.
How
love.
long have you
form
been
of
obsessed with
conversation.
another man? I mean, it
Dave,
doesn't.
Dixie, when you were a Tommy Robinson supporter, somebody told me you were used to support the EDL. I don't know if that's true or not. Just felt it's a bit of hypocrisy and you're playing silly little games, love. Yeah. Yeah. At least he's open what he supports. At least he's stuck what he has done. That's what a lot of people don't do in this country. Stick by the beliefs and flip-flop. Yeah. Love, you're using Muslims for your hate. Mate, you're using Palestine for your hate. You don't care about fuck all about the Palestinian kids or not at all. It's all because it's the Jews. If it was someone else doing it, you wouldn't even fucking have an opinion on it. And that's why people like you make me sick.
Me, are you gay? Like, I don't know. Are you gay? I don't know. I mean, it's a bit of a personal question, but
Stone Island and all that.
you seem to, you seem fucking like borderline obsessed. It's fucking weird.
I'll be right back.
You might want to stop watching my channel.
I'll tell you, funded Hope Not Hate is the government, and BLM was known as George Soros and Diane Abbott helps to pay Antifa, another terror group, who thinks it's okay, some of their members, to call a black man a coon, which I've heard them say that the worst disgusting word you could call a black person. Yeah. Hypocrisy, it's all bollocks. Unfortunately, poor old Nixie's radicalised and caught up in this and not realising what the hell's going on. Very arrogant, dopey, all the slurs because she knows she's wrong and she's pathetic.
Then you moron.
No, I've seen enough. Literally every time you go on, it's about Tommy. I'm like, no, I'm getting out. The guy doesn't know what he's talking about for a start. You're just so sick. I'm sorry. I think you should go back to school, actually.
You could see
something.
on
do not work.
but you've not actually proven it, though.
Something.
There's a difference.
I've dropped links.
I'm not watching his channel.
What
He
have you
don't let
got?
me on. He lets
you
on
got
a
links to
Getty and he
this?
lets on.
He literally just said, "I've dropped links."
So Dave's gay because he doesn't like people being anti-Semites. So he's gay. Pathetic. And do you know what, Nixie? I could pass you off as a Jew with your features. If you compare you to my granddad, I would say you would look more Jewish to my granddad was.
Yeah, I dropped sources.
Worth watching.
You?
I'm not on. It's not worth watching.
What's funny about that? What is funny about that? Do you want to watch it? What is funny about that, Dave? Please tell me.
So this conversation we've established.
I'm coming with fact. I'm coming with the links.
You're very emotional. Very emotional.
No.
So in this conversation, we have established that she believes Jews run the world.
Brain cells talking.
No, just say Nixie does not represent the views of Muslims in general.
We have established she believes Jews run the world. She believes Jews are behind our immigration policy.
Well done, Con. I don't know if you're fucking trolling or not. But do you know what, Con? You did surprise me in this stream. Well done, mate. You're being fair for a change. You're not trolling. So well done for that.
And she believes Israel is the beast and it should have its head removed.
That's because I've done some research on it, Dave. You clearly haven't, though. I'm kind of losing brain cells.
Calm down.
Calm
down. Oh,
that's
brilliant.
I'm absolutely calm.
So we have established.
is
You can
obsessed.
stop talking.
Who is obsessed with Tommy Robinson.
That has
I
no
mean-
relevance to this conversation. That has no relevance to
There's
this
no
conversation.
relevance to what you're saying about me.
We have established she
No, we've
believes
established
Jews run
that
the
you're
world.
totally obsessed with Tommy Robinson. And
We
that
have
you need to go
established
get
she
help.
believes Jews
Go
run the
and
world.
see someone.
She believes
Say, go and
Jews are
see
behind our immigration
Go out and
policy.
try and get laid or
And
something.
she
I don't
believes
know.
Israel is the
You
beast
should
and
be
it should have its head
so
removed.
obsessed. You've repeated that about 10 times.
Dave, you've
I'm
really
just
put the-
establishing
And
your
you've got a
point.
screw loose. Are you
He's
fucking
really done
crap?
it. He's done a
You
number on
keep
you,
repeating.
Nixie.
You keep.
Nixie.
He hasn't done a number.
He's done a
on you.
number on you. He's
How's
hardly
he
put
done?
any effort into the conversation, and he just managed to tweeze out little snippets that he's now pieced together.
He
He's
hasn't
making a
done
great
number.
video, this one. Maybe I'll save this
Come
when I get to 20,000 subs,
on.
innit?
The problem with this is that I'm talking to a fucking peanut brain. And to be fair, Con, you don't even know any of this because, like you say, you haven't researched it.
You're not
Con,
agreeing
you
with her, Carl.
But Con, you haven't.
What, that you're
So
a
you-
peanut brain?
yeah, I think you would agree on that. But the thing
I
is,
don't know, there's
you
a
cannot.
lot of nutrients in peanuts.
You cannot talk about something you've not done any fucking research on. You can't. You simply can't. So you can just go, but I'm bringing the facts. If you want to look at the links I've dropped, look at them. I'd love you to come.
You're too emotional to debate
I
anybody.
would love you to come and disprove.
Nixie, without Dave demonizing you any further, could you please at least
She's
drop
demonized herself.
one?
I haven't demonized myself.
Just drop one of your points that people might want to get behind. Something that,
Right. My point is that Israel Aid are the ones that are sending all the migrants over here and have been since 2015.
what
Well,
migrants? What's the numbers of the
Do you
people?
want to look at the link? Why don't you watch it now?
We're having a conversation though.
Well,
But
if you
we
wanna
did
know about
establish
it.
this, though, didn't we, Carl?
I
Carl,
think
we
he
did
needs-
establish this.
I
We
think
did
he
establish
needs, I
this,
think
right?
this guy needs.
What's
he
she
needs
saying?
to
That there's
know.
Palestinians living in the UK now?
No, she's saying Israel is behind the massive influx of people coming into the Britain because ultimately they
that's what
want
I'm
to
saying.
eradicate
Well, no,
white
they
people.
are.
I've never even met a
But they
Palestinian
are.
in the streets of England.
I'm not talking about Palestinians. I'm just talking
Hmm.
about all the immigrants that are coming over here are being facilitated by Israel Aid. And
Wow.
yeah, he can laugh, but it's actually a fact. I
Well,
can't
so
debate with a
if I'm
peanut brain
living in
like you, Dave.
Mongolia and I
You're
want to come
so
to
sick.
England,
There's
you
no
guys gonna help me?
debate. There's actually
Why
no
don't you look
debate.
at the link, Con? Don't try and get fucking smart with me.
What are you on about? Well, I'm asking you
Well,
straightforward.
the link is there.
You need
the
to
link's
kind of
there.
at least put down one point against
She's
Dave.
emotionally
Israel Aid.
unstable.
What
Trying
I'm
to help
telling you is, what I'm telling you, Khan,
I
is
can
that
see why she was
Israel Aid-
mates with Moon for so long.
I
Fuck
don't
off,
know,
Dave.
Who's Moon?
Dave, go
She's
out and
very
get some exercise.
unstable.
I've heard you're about 24 stone. Like, go
Yeah.
out and do something with your life. You
Who,
clearly
Dave?
don't work. You don't. Yeah, he's a fat fucker. Sits indoors all
Dave,
day.
you
doesn't
fatter than
do
me.
anything.
You can't be.
Nah, weigh
Don't
11
get-
milestone.
Get a
11
girlfriend.
I
Stop
must say,
obsessing.
but I must say, his hit, it's like at least come on, it's like a goat.
I leave
like a
Dave
whole
alone.
goat.
Dave's a hustler, man.
Big fucking head,
Leave all the hustlers alone, man. Do your thing, Dave, man. Don't watch nothing, bro.
Tommy
But
Robinson
let the
hustling.
immigrants in. Let the immigrants in.
Far from fat, though. Let's be honest.
Make sure you let them
Yeah, look,
immigrants
she keeps saying you don't know what Israel is. You don't know what Israel, but look,
You
we've
don't know what
established she
Israel
believes.
Aid is, but you should know.
But we've
If you've got
established now what it
someone-
is.
No, if
But
you
I've
have.
heard,
Okay,
Nixie,
so
I've heard this before.
you
I've
don't
had
believe
these
that then?
conversations
Okay,
with
what are
way
your-
more smarter people
Okay,
than
Dave.
you.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on Israel Aid then? If you've
My
heard it before,
thought
'cause
is,
you told
my
me.
thought
You
is,
told me you
my
hadn't heard of
thought
them.
is that
Okay,
it
but
is
you
a
told me you
that
hadn't
is
heard
a
of them.
baseless.
But Dave,
it
you
is a
told me
base.
you hadn't. Dave, you told me you. Let's go back a bit.
Dave
I
Why
asked
just
are
you
you
if you had.
repeating
money.
yourself?
I asked
Dave
you
just
if you had heard
he's got his
about
hand
them,
out right now.
and you
Wait.
said you
I-
had.
Why?
You have.
Why
just
are
found
you
out history
repeating
under that
yourself?
line,
Make your
Huh?
point and
Hold
stop
on,
I made my
talking.
point, but you don't seem to answer any questions. You told
I'm
me you hadn't
trying
heard
to.
of Israel Aid, and now you're
I'm
contradicting
trying
Then I
yourself.
to.
just said
And
that.
now
I
you
just found out.
let me finish. And now you
Well,
contradict yourself and say,
You're just
"Oh,
making the
I've had
same
loads of
point
people.
over and over
I've
again.
heard loads." But don't you? You've been saying the same thing over and over again. So I'm just doing what you're
Dusty
doing.
Dave,
It's
man.
annoying, isn't it? It's really annoying. See, the
But I
problem
just
is,
Not
found out,
really.
Nixie.
you
I
tried to
found
do
out
this.
something though.
Really.
Hold on.
Problem
You
is,
know what I
Dave,
just found out?
the problem with
I found
Dave
out.
is he cannot
Hold
answer.
on, I found out, yeah. I found that Jewish people have only lived on that land for 100 years. Christian people, 300.
Right. It goes off a little bit thing. So we got the gist of that, guys. And that's what I think. My thoughts on that, like we said, everybody's entitled to their opinion. And So I basically is now I got my rant. It's been clarified, okay? Because a group of people didn't agree with her shit on my channel in my chat. She started the hate campaign with her trolling and her channel directed because it didn't fit the bill. Then she went with all the nasty trolls, which she claims she hasn't been about for ages. It just showed it's not about her faults, actually, to be fair, because it just duck off the water back, you know what I mean? That it's the insincere, not being sincere enough and not opening up, only be feel comfortable thinking people will agree with her. It's dirty tactics. You know, she wanted to come on this panel the other day. She ain't blocked, and she was made that she was blocked. Yeah, I don't know if it was a clone or anything. So, what I ask is, if you dislike something, just say it with your chest. Yeah. Don't come out with bullshit. I've got Jewish friends. It's a bit like saying, I eat a salt beef bagel. I love Jews. It's a bit of a thing. You know what I mean? So, as far as I'm concerned, is people want to stop hate. Yeah, that's not the. That's what I can't understand. You want to stop hate and murder, or call out Yemen, call out everywhere else. Okay. The key of the problem is for people to say we don't want war. Instead of pointing the fingers at everyone, we got to stand together. We don't want. Did we stand? Did millions of people go out on the street and say we didn't want the Iraqi war? Everyone in this country did. Everybody did in this. Yes, Phil, stop trolling. You're not a very good troll, Phil. You know. And that's what it is. You could point out in Christianity, we should all stick together and say what's wrong. If we all believe everything's wrong, then keep on blaming one people and just say it's got to stop. So my point is making. Everybody called me nuts yet again. Then I was right yet again. Stop war, stop killing, no more war. But love Israel is the place. This is a lovely country to go and see. Nothing wrong with that. But having that flag up on there spreads hatred from Hemelia. What's that, Hemelia or whatever her name is? Nixie. And I'm afraid, Ghost, I'm sorry, I'll call it as it is, mate. Even you, mate. It's a shame, though, because I thought I was getting somewhere with you there, Ghost. Yeah. So, that's it. Now, I'll give it 2 minutes. Anybody wants to come on the panel? To be fair, you're right. Football, Butland. I always thought he's a good goalkeeper. Ichabod, to be fair. I always thought that. You know, David Raya could be classed as English. He's got English parents. industry. I'm going to say he's a Brentford fan, though. Ivan Toney doesn't deserve to be in the England side. Me personally, his attitude is all wrong at the moment. I don't think he's putting in any effort for Brentford at the moment. And I just can't wait till we fucking sell him now. I'm fed up with him. I think Solanke could have been in the England side, really. Not Tony, but there you go. Yeah. So that's what it is. Well, I'm going to put the panel out. Right, we'll do a football panel. Do it at the weekend, actually, after the England game. Pointless England game. That's where Ivan Toney get bloody injured, like everybody else. So I was reading an article. Ivan Toney, if he goes for 100 million, Peterborough get 25 million out of that. Right. Is anybody about? Or should I leave it for now? Right. Thanks for listening. I'm sure I'm gonna have a bit of hate. Take care, guys. See you later.